Brewers Baseball is brought to you by Citgo, Miller Lite, Concordia University of Wisconsin, Usinger's Famous Sausage, American Family Insurance, Menards, Prevea Health, Construction Business Group, Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now, Delta Dental, Quick Trip, Woodman's Food Market, Bob's Tire, West Bend Insurance, The Silver Lining, U.S. Cellular, Carbliss, Island Resort and Casino, Hello Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, Cousins Subs, Potawatomi Sportsbook, Cedar Crest Ice Cream, Wisconsin Biofuels, Wisconsin Laborers District Council, and Wisconsin Dental Association on the Brewers Radio Network.
Save big on everything for your next project when you shop at Menards. Upgrade your home with premium flooring options from Mohawk. Engaged sheet vinyl flooring adds style to any room. It's durable and waterproof, making it an ideal choice for active households. Plus, it's quick and easy to install. View our entire selection of Mohawk flooring on Menards.com. Plus our weekly flyer for all the great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
What if a customer slips and falls on your property? What if sparks from an employee's grinder cause a house fire on your job site? Unexpected things happen every day, but you can make sure your business doesn't get hurt with a carefully crafted general liability policy from West Bend. Be sure your independent agent understands your business, because at West Bend, the worst brings out our best. To find out more, visit thesilverlining.com.
Today's manager interview is brought to you by Concordia University, Wisconsin. Whether you're looking to grow in your current role or enter...
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get... Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
But we have to go after it. We have to stay relentless. Not that a loss changes anything, but it's just how you play the game. And if you can stick to the now and the mental toughness it takes to be in the now, very, very difficult. But that's what this game's about and what it requires this month.
We'll be back with more with Murph in just a moment on the Brewers Radio Network.
Hey fans, the Brew Crew are hot and so are the summer temps. Now is the perfect time to step up your comfort game with a new Carrier home comfort system to keep your home cool all summer long. Ask your local dealer about local Wisconsin focus on energy rebates and financing for qualified buyers. Turn to the experts at Carrier. We've got you covered so you can get back to cheering on the crew. Carrier, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Find your local dealer at carriermilwaukee.com.
Are you an HVAC service tech with 5 years or more of experience? Ready to take your career to the next level? Steamfitters Local 601 offers customized training programs designed to help you advance, earn higher pay, and enjoy better benefits. With a clear path to success, you'll get the skills you need for a brighter future. Don't wait. Contact Steamfitters Local 601 today and start your journey toward a rewarding career with more opportunities. Visit steam601.org to learn more. Steamfitters Local 601, keepers of the craft, powering Wisconsin.
Every family adventure begins with a vehicle you can trust. At Boucher Automotive Group, we're more than just a dealership, we're part of your journey.
For over 40 years, Boucher has helped Wisconsin families find the right vehicle with service you can count on.
Community is what fuels us too. That's why you'll see us supporting local schools, Little League teams, golf outings, and other causes throughout the year.
From the first time you get behind the wheel to every service visit after, Boucher is there for all the miles and the memories that matter.
The Boucher Automotive Group. We ride with you every mile.
At Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber Group, we believe in the human side of real estate. For us, it's faith, family, and friends in that order. We live that every single day. I'm Tony Wendorf. We move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate clearly so our clients win. We operate from a place of gratitude, having donated nearly $200,000 back to our community since 2020. You deserve a team that delivers a luxury experience no matter the price point. Contact us today to get started. Tony Wendorf & Associates, trusted knowledge, superior service. Contact us at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
Sit back, relax, and catch a home run or two.
Way gone! Bye-bye baseball!
On the home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
On Deck Show, built by Menards, continues from Texas. Pat Murphy, Brewers manager, with us. And Murph, do you see some little things here and there in terms of some mental letdowns at times here the last couple of weeks? Have you noticed?
I mean, we're not playing our best baseball, that's for sure. We're playing teams that are, have something to play for. Not that we have a lot to play for, but it's come so easy to us once we've got in that rhythm. We have to remind ourselves, sometimes you need to get punched in the face to respond. So hopefully we'll get on it and play like we can.
We've talked about it a lot in respect to the base running, just on the broadcast. This is a team that has to be aggressive on the bases, and they have to own kind of the margins, right? But there have been some times where the aggressiveness, and last night, just to play at third base, right? Jonah Heim makes a perfect throw. Perkins makes a good read. It was just a great defensive play. But there are some base running things where you could have some course correction.
Well, when you're down 4-0 in a game, you can't take that chance to go to third base unless it's almost standing up. You don't take that chance. Although we encourage aggressive, and it's just ill-timed, and that has to be reinforced. These are young players, and they have to understand it.
But in the same token, you don't want these guys letting their foot off the gas pedal too. You want to keep them aggressive.
Keep them aggressive, but not dumb aggressive.
Yeah.
You take wild punches, you get knocked out, usually. So it's important that they understand and mature in the game. And there's no time to do anything but be in the now,
Well, now is now. So go get them right now against Jack Leiter and Texas Rangers, Murph.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Jeff.
Yep. That's Pat Murphy. On Deck Show, built by Menards, continues in a moment on the Brewers Radio Network.
The vibrant fall colors and cooler temperatures make for great days out on the golf course. The Island invites you to experience the best of fall golf with late season rounds at Sweetgrass or Sage Run. Fall golf rates run September 15th through the end of the 2025 season, with tee times starting at $75 and stay and play packages from $125. And submit your 2026 golf package requests early to guarantee choice dates. Plan your fall golf adventure today at islandresortgolf.com.
In baseball, players spend time in the minors before making it. That's not the case with union construction trades like the operating engineers. As a union apprentice, you earn good money while you learn a trade. And graduates from union apprenticeship programs earn 41% more than their non-union counterparts. They even earn more than a typical worker with a master's degree. So if you are ready to earn big league bucks, go to join139.com to learn more.
At Prevea Orthopedics and HSHS Hospitals, we understand all the ways you move. From the ways you love to move, to the ways you need to move, and the ways you want to move. Movement looks different for everyone. That's why we specialize in you, providing the expert care you need for all the ways you move. To schedule an appointment, visit prevea.com/ortho.
Back with you on the On Deck Show, built by Menards. Brewers and the Rangers getting set for Game 2 of this 3-game series. And it's time now for the injury report. It is presented by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
I believe this one's it's a rookie card, I know, but I feel like it's the first card that I ever, big league card. Obviously, as a kid, trying to get to the big leagues, the dream of making it. But as a kid that had cards, right, as a kid, this is like seeing your card the first time. It is pretty cool. So that's pretty powerful when you see that card.
What else going to happen today? Henderson's bat goes flying into the stands on a strikeout.
And that's not good right there.
See Andy looking at it like, hey, not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, stick to basketball there, right?
Oh, no catch. Love to get that one back. Alonso lost the bat as he flung at that high fastball.
That's going to keep him up tonight. Can't make that catch.
You got to keep that clean, right? You got to catch that.
It's been 2 months. Aren't you ready to go back?
No!
How about we go to the store and stop for some Cedar Crest Demo Derby ice cream?
What's in it?
Cookie crumbles, smashed M&Ms, and swirled chocolate fudge, all packed in chocolate ice cream.
I'm in, Mom. Yeah, me too.
Good. It's a new Cedar Crest flavor, and you know I love chocolate.
Look for Cedar Crest at your local grocer or ice cream parlor.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Truck drivers and owner-operators, there's never been a better time to team up at Schneider. We have more team-friendly loads than ever, including express delivery parcel freight that offers great miles with no delays to keep the wheels turning. Plus, for a limited time, company team drivers may be eligible for a sign-on bonus of up to $16,000. Owner-operator teams may qualify for a $10,000 incentive. Explore team driver positions at SchneiderJobs.com and search team contracting jobs at SchneiderOwneroperators.com.
Back with you on the On Deck Show, built by Menards. Brewers infield coordinator Matt Erickson is with us here on the pregame show. And Matt, let's dive right into it. The Brewers pride themselves on defense, and the infield defense, especially up the middle, has been so great. But let's start with Caleb Durbin and the way he has developed at third base over the course of this year. You go back to spring training, there are a lot of question marks of whether or not he was going to be able to play third, but that hasn't been a problem. He's become a very good defender over at the hot corner.
Yeah, he's done a great job since spring training. Since we acquired him, a lot of our conversations and the video work revolved around utility guy and where is he going to fit best in our organization, and if he makes the major league roster out of spring training, where does he fit best? And we had a lot of questions at that time of the year. But he was able, in spring training, you found out right away he wasn't afraid to work, and he thought that he could become a good infielder, if not great. He admitted that they didn't spend a lot of time or make defense a priority, and he said over and over this year, it's cool to be in an organization that takes pride in defense and himself, like what he does on his day-to-day build-up. It's as good as anyone we got, from his glove ball handling work to his infield routine to some of the extra lateral range stuff that he's been doing.
Shohei Ohtani doesn't make any sense. A hitter that pitches and steals bases. No way. A living legend who's this humble? No way. Ohtani isn't a one-way player or a two-way player. He's a no-way player.
This time can't get it, and neither could the fan.
Oh, that's when you don't wear flip-flops.
Caminero strikes out, and the bat gets a 7.5 on the distance. But it's stuck to the landing.
That's poked in. That hits the umpire. The ball is in play, and it's a base hit for Frazier.
Roberto Ortiz did what he could to try and get out of the way. Couldn't.
Took the wrong direction.
He just didn't know which way to go.
With Toyota's 2025 lineup. Leading off, the RAV4, a utility all-star that delivers in the clutch. On deck, the spacious Grand Highlander, followed by the fuel-savvy Corolla. Next up, our slugger Tacoma, bringing upper deck power every at-bat. And rounding out the lineup, the playmaking all-hybrid Camry. For more, visit Toyota.com or your local dealer. Toyota, let's go places.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball is being brought to you by Citgo. Miller Lite, it's Miller time. Concordia, University of Wisconsin. Usinger's famous sausage, Usingers in baseball, it's just not summer without them. American Family Insurance, Menards, Prevea Health, Construction Business Group, Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now, Delta Dental, Quick Trip, Woodman's Food Markets, Palms Tire, West Bend Insurance's Silver Lining, U.S. Cellular Built for Us, Carbliss, a premium ready-to-drink cocktail, Island Resort and Casino, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, Cousins Subs, Potawatomi Sportsbook, Cedar Crest Ice Cream, Wisconsin Biofuels, Wisconsin Laborers District Council, and the Wisconsin Dental Association. Before we take a quick break, 10 seconds for station identification on the Brewers Radio Network. First pitch between the Rangers and the Brewers coming your way next on the Brewers Radio Network.
Want your brand to turn heads and win hearts?
Captivate Exhibits can bring your brand to life by transforming lobbies, creating history walls, and beautifying facilities.
For over 32 years, Captivate has been the MVP of trade show exhibits and workplace design and fabrication. Let Captivate craft immersive branded environments that tell your story boldly, beautifully, and with purpose at events and around the office.
Score big by making your next event or your own space unforgettable. Create something legendary by getting started today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
Loyalty, family,
Few things are more important. This is WTMJ Steve Scafidi and Loyal Family Renovations. They saved the day after a brutal storm in Oak Creek. Hail damage, yeah, I had a lot of it. But Jeff, Jake, and the whole team, absolute pros, made the entire process smooth as can be. Let's be honest, not everyone knows how to deal with adjusters. They handle all the questions, quick answers, top-notch customer service. In just 2 days, my roof was done. If storm damage hits, call the team that made it easy for me. Loyal Family Renovations. Visit loyalfamilyrenovations.com.
Attention, car buyers. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, buy it now from the International Autos Group and save up to $15,000 on a beautiful new
Meet Aaron Judge. Aaron is the captain of the New York Yankees. What a great leader. He's won MVP 2 times. He's also the most dangerous man on the planet with a bat in his hands. Aaron signs every autograph and tattoos every baseball. Aaron foots the bill. They rob you blind. Aaron's a good guy, the best. Unless you're a picture.
It's a 5-man umpiring crew here today, and this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy tripped. They got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's prime time.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
Baltimore. That game's in the bottom of the 6th inning. They're in the bottom of the 7th in Cleveland. And the Guardians lead the Royals by a score of 2-0. The Royals, the Guardians, the Mariners all kind of locked into that wild card conversation in the American League. And right now the Rangers a game and a half out from that final wild card spot, currently occupied by the Seattle Mariners. Other games coming up later on tonight. Minnesota is out west taking on the Angels in Anaheim. You've got Cincinnati at San Diego. That is really a big one for both. The Reds just kind of barely hanging in there in that wild card conversation. They are 4 games back of the Mets for the final wild card spot. Giants a game in front of them, maybe a little bit more realistic for San Francisco. And San Diego currently 3 games up on the Mets and 2 games back of the Cubs, so kind of sandwiched in the middle of that wild card conversation. And San Diego has a shot to either win the West, of course, trailing the Dodgers just by a game, or if they don't do that, maybe even surpass the Cubs and host a wild card round for San Diego. So some meaningful baseball in that series. St. Louis is at Seattle. That's coming up later on tonight. Diamondbacks and the Giants continue their series out in the Bay Area. Arizona as well, just kind of on that peripheral. They're a little bit further back of Cincinnati in that wild card conversation, just like Seattle. St. Louis, I should say. Both of those teams at 72 and 73. Boston is in Sacramento taking on the A's, and Colorado is in L.A. taking on the Dodgers. That is a 9:10 Central Time start. So 7:10 out at Dodger Stadium. Young Jack Leiter, the number 2 overall pick a couple of years ago. He is going through his warm-up tosses. He said earlier this week this is the most confident he's been in his big league career. Had his struggles a year ago, but he has found his footing in 2025 and is coming into form as one of the bright young arms in this Rangers rotation. Boy, have they needed him and all of these young players with all the injuries the Rangers have had to deal with. We're just about ready to get this one underway. And stepping in with the play-by-play, here's Jeff Levering.
Thank you so much, Lane. And a reminder that this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. That message also brought to you by the Boucher Automotive Group. Visit them today at Boucher.com. A couple of talented rookies going toe-to-toe today. Chad Patrick, who was a mainstay in the Brewers rotation until Brandon Woodruff came back at the beginning part of July. Hasn't spent a lot of time in the big leagues since then. He's made just 2 starts since the 5th of July. They were good ones, including his last appearance on the 24th against the Giants. 5 1/3 innings of 2 runs while striking out 7 Giants. It's Jack Leiter who takes center stage first. He'll face Bryce Terang, Jackson Chourio, and Christian Yelich. Top half of inning number 1. All set to go. Leiter into his windup, and the first pitch of the game is a strike. And off we go from Texas. First pitch of Brewers baseball is brought to you by Carbliss Premium Cocktails in a Can. Stop at your local grocer or stop and stock up at the game for your next tailgate as well. Carbliss List is more. Offering to Terang is in tight. Change up. And it's a 1-1 strike count. 85 degrees with the roof open for a second consecutive night in Arlington. Terang took an 0 for 4 yesterday. Hit the ball hard a couple times. And he lines this one foul. 1-2 strikes. 3-pitch pitcher for Leiter. Throwing the changeup a lot more this year. Basically a variation of the fastball, a slider, and that changeup. Terang back foot on the back line of the batter's box. 1-2 coming. It's high. 97-mile-an-hour fastball from Leiter. Last dozen starts for Leiter, and that goes back to the 17th of June. He's 5-3 with a 289 earned run average. Really coming into his own, as Lane said. 2-2 pitch to Terang. It's a tapper right towards the mound. Leiter has it, flips to first to get Terang. Took a high bounce off the plate. No panic. Terang out 1-3. Here comes Jackson Chourio. Quick Trip Around the Bases is presented this month by Hershey's. Tonight's contestant in the Quick Trip Around the Bases contest is Steve Creetlow from Blaine, Minnesota. Brewers score in the first inning. Steve will win a $100 Quick Trip gift card, compliments of Hershey's and Quick Trip. Chourio digs in at 276, 19 homers, 71 driven in. On base twice last night. First pitch to him is right down the middle for strike 1. Walked and singled in last night's game. Tonight, starting in center field. Leiter over the head and coming back. Chourio, wave and a miss at a curveball. Doesn't throw that pitch very often. Spun it in there for a strike. Only throws it 9% of the time. Oh, 2 on Jackson Chourio. Leiter to the plate. It's a check swing and a fastball high at 98. 1-2 strikes. Leiter, the son of Al Leiter. Cousin Mark Leiter Jr., former Cub, now Yankee. Great pitching family. The pitch to Chourio is off the plate away with a fastball. 2-2 strikes. Chourio digs in again. Here comes the 2-2 from Leiter. Lined into the gap in left center field. That will go all the way to the wall. Chourio will have at least a double. He'll put on the brakes there as Hellman gets it in. And it's a 1-out extra base hit for Jackson Chourio. $75 for the MAC Fund, courtesy of West Bend, the silver lining for that double by Chourio. Changeup on the outer part of the plate at 91 miles an hour. Chourio got the barrel to it, plugged the gap. Good pitch, better piece of hitting from Chourio. Really stayed on that baseball. And now an RBI opportunity for Christian Yelich. 268 for Yelich. 27 homers and 92 driven in. Returned to the lineup last night after missing a week. Pitch to Yelich. Hit in the air to center. Hellman, a couple of steps in, makes the catch. And Chourio not attempting a tag against Hellman today. Remember, Hellman threw Chourio out trying to go from first to second base on an advance. It was the last out of the inning that came in the fourth. And Yelich flies to center. And Chourio not even trying to test Hellman. He does not have a great throwing arm, but made a perfect throw to get Chourio last night. Like Pat Murphy said in his pregame chat, be smart about the aggressiveness. Here's the pitch, and it gets away from Heim, and Chourio ends up at third base anyway. Slider that got away from Heim. We'll see the ruling. Wild pitch or pass ball. It hit the dirt at all. It's going to be a wild pitch. It did not. That should be a pass ball. And it will be a pass ball. Runner at third for Contreras. Today's cleanup hitter for the Brewers, brought to you by Loyal Family Renovations. Pitch to Contreras is a strike at the knees. Clean up any home damage with Loyal Family. Located in Muskego, serving southeastern Wisconsin and across the state. Don't let the out-of-towners handle it. Call locally owned Loyal Family Renovations for free inspection today. 1-out double by Chourio. He stands at third with 2 outs. Contreras took an 0 for 4 yesterday. 4 for 16 on the trip thus far. 1-1 pitch is high. It's a 2-ball, 1-strike count on Contreras. Better crowd tonight than what we had in the ballpark last night. Had just over 20,000 here. Pitch home. Ground ball, third base, foul. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on William Contreras. If you can get to Jack Leiter, he's not going to be in the ball game all that long. They've been managing his pitch count all season long. He's only gone over 100 pitches one time. And that was back in July against Atlanta. 2-2. It's high and inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. If there's a lineup that can do just that, it's the Brewers. ...16 pitches in this inning alone to this point. And the delivery is a ball off the outside corner. Maybe a baseball wide. And Jack Leiter issues the walk to Contreras. 2-out ortho ASAP walk. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. 2 on, 2 out for Sal Frelick. Frelick 0 for 3 yesterday. Comes in hitting .297. 10 homers and 54 RBIs. Here's the pitch. And it's down and in. Here's the slider from Leiter. Say that 10 times
I like
fast.
That. Yeah.
Slider from Leiter. Chourio with great speed, standing at third. Contreras leads from first in the 1-0 pitch to Frelick. He's low. Fastball at 95, and it'll be at least a 20-pitch inning for Leiter. Again, this is what the Brewers do best, rack up pitches from the starter. Didn't do as good a job last night. Latz had a great night. Picked up the win. The pitch to Frelick, lined foul, third base side. And it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Outfield shading towards left for Sal Frelick. 2-1, and it's fouled away. Emergency cut there on a slider in a hitter's count. The defensive swing there for Frelick looked like a 2-strike swing as opposed to a 2-1 count swing. And now he'll go to work with 2 balls and 2 strikes and 2 outs. Kind of odd to see the right fielder Alejandro Osuna. He's playing very deep and right. 2-2 pitch. Frelick bounces it foul off his front foot. And then Frelick thinking to himself, you have got to be kidding me. Pat Murphy had a great line yesterday chatting with the media that every time Sal Frelick comes to the plate, it's like a yard sale. Because he'll foul a ball off his shin guard and his helmet's popping off and shin guards are flying all over the place, and sometimes his pants will rip and a little piece of the pants. It's like a yard sale. Everything's on sale. He hit this one right above his shin guard and just below the knee. He's back in there. 2-2 pitch to him is a fly ball into shallow center. Smith is out from his shortstop position, makes the catch. And the Brewers are finished in the first inning. Had 2 on with 2 out. Can't score anybody. They go to the bottom of the first. And Chad Patrick toes the slab when we come back. No score.
Meet Aaron Judge. Aaron is the captain of the New York Yankees. What a great leader. He's won MVP 2 times. He's also the most dangerous man on the planet with a bat in his hands. Aaron signs every autograph and tattoos every baseball. Aaron foots the bill. Then robs you blind. Aaron's a good guy, the best. Unless you're a pitcher.
I'm gonna go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
There is a difference. Visit OAWSpineCenter.com.
The first inning is brought to you by Lakeland University, your first choice for a flexible, career-focused education on your schedule. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Josh Smith, Wyatt Langford, and Jock Peterson coming up against right-hander Chad Patrick. Searching for his first victory since the 31st of May. There's 2 big league starts for him in the month of August, 1 in July. He faces the Texas Rangers for the first time in his career. Smith, a left-handed batter, and the first one from Patrick is a strike on the outside corner with a cutter. 0-1 on Josh Smith. Appeared as a pinch hitter last night and drew a walk. 1 for 7 on this homestand for the Rangers shortstop. Smith swings and misses at a cutter right down the middle, and it's 0-2. Brewers at 89 wins, 56 losses, 7.5 games clear of the Cubs entering play today. Pitch to Smith is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tried the 4-seam fastball at 93. Set the Brewers defensive alignment in just a moment as Patrick into his windup in 1-2. It's a ball. Apparently high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. They've got a lot of the strike zone. Patrick back at it. He's thrown 3 cutters in the sequence. 2-2. And he struck him out. High cutter. And that's an ortho ASAP K for Chad Patrick. Wyatt Langford strides to the plate. Brewers defensively, Collins, Churio, and Frelick left to right in the outfield. Durbin, Ortiz, Terang, and Vaughn third to first on the infield, and Contreras does the catching. Seen this defensive alignment more than any other defensive alignment since the beginning of July. Here's the pitch to Langford, and it missed slightly outside with a cutter. 1 ball and no strikes. Christian Yelich serving as the DH tonight for Milwaukee. 1-0 pitch, down and away. And 2 balls, no strikes on Langford. The Brewers will be facing a right-hander tomorrow afternoon. Fun pitching matchup. Freddie Peralta, Merrill Kelly. Pitch to Langford, down and away again. 3-0. 3 straight pitches that have been in that down and away zone. And Langford was 0 for 4 last night, just 2 for 13 on the homestand. Pitch home is a strike. 3-1. And currently Langford the team leader in active players in the home run department. Corey Seager, Adolis Garcia on the injured list. Marcus Semien hurt. 3-1 pitch, and Langford took a strike. Cutter that backed up on that inside corner. So back to a full count with Wyatt Langford. Right-handed batter, back foot on the back line of the box. Here's Patrick to the plate, and a chopper foul. With 4-seamer in on his hands. And the beat goes on with Wyatt Langford. Jock Peterson on deck, DH for the Rangers. The pitch is a called third strike. Cutter on the outside corner. And Langford is rung up. Back-to-back Ks for Chad Patrick. Jock Peterson. A reminder, Brewers baseball brought to you proudly by Miller Lite. The original light beer. Great taste and only 96 calories. It's Miller time. Jock Peterson was a pinch hitter last night, struck out. First offering to him is down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Struck out to end the bottom of the 8th inning against Carlos Rodriguez, who went an inning and a third last night and then was optioned back down to the minor leagues to give Patrick the active roster spot as Peterson takes a big cut and comes up empty. 1 ball and 1 strike on Jock Peterson. Hitting .179 with 8 home runs, 21 driven in. Pitch to Peterson is a ball. Man, those edges are tight at times for Alfonso Marquez, our home plate umpire. And those aren't even on the edge. 2-1 on Peterson. It's high, and it's a 3-ball, 1 strike count. Hitters count for Jock Peterson. Patrick back to work. The pitch. Peterson took a strike. 3-2. Trying to get through this inning cleanly. 17 pitches so far for Chad Patrick. 23 thrown by Jack Leiter in that first inning. Deep and straight away in the outfield for Peterson. Been a thorn in the Brewers' side at times in his career. Payoff pitch. Grounded foul. We'll do it again. One of the things with Chad Patrick, he can rack up the pitches pretty quickly. Does get a lot of swing and miss, but there's a lot of foul balls in his outings as well. Another 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Strikes out the side of the bottom of the first as we go to the second. No score on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Interrumpimos este video para recordarte que puedes endulzar tu día con una dulcerapia de la lechera.
Meet Aaron Judge. Aaron is the captain of the New York Yankees. What a great leader. He's won MVP 2 times. He's also the most dangerous man on the planet with a bat in his hands. Aaron signs every autograph and tattoos every baseball. Aaron foots the bill, then robs you blind. Aaron's a good guy, the best. Unless you're a picture.
I went to college at Northeastern University, and all my friends were Red Sox fans. And while in my 3 years there, I really grew to appreciate Red Sox Nation and everything that they bring to the table. And once I got my head wrapped around the trade, I was really, really excited. I think they have one of the most iconic logos, these 2 socks right here on the sleeve. I love keeping it simple, really fond of the font, and I think it's a really cool look.
Offense starts with Andrew Vaughn. 249, 14 home runs and 60 driven in overall on the season. But as a Brewer, those numbers exceptionally better than his time with the Pale Hose. Leads it off against Jack Leiter, and the pitch is a strike at the top of the zone. It's 0-1. Vaughn is a Brewer, 51 games, hitting .308, 9 home runs and 41 driven in. Looking to jumpstart this Brewers offense in the second inning. Yet to score a run in the series. This one fouled away. Brewers got shut out last night. They have very rarely been shut out since the beginning of July. This doesn't happen very much for the league's best offense. (0-2) on Vaughn. Leiter over the head and to the plate. Broken bat, pop up, shallow right field. This is dying fast and in for a base hit. So Vaughn's hot streak continues. He is now 8 for 16 on the road trip. And he leads off this second inning with a base hit. There's Isaac Collins. Well, fall baseball, it's the best kind, and it's coming soon. Enjoy it with the best Wisconsin has to offer. Award-winning Pine River cheese spread, Cedar Crest tasty ice cream and custard, and America's finest sausage from Usingers. All the best of the best. Collins takes low for ball 1, 96-mile-an-hour fastball from Leiter.
This is the third time since June 8th that the Brewers had been shut out.
Well, I wasn't wrong with my assessment. No. This one fouled away. Just didn't have the exact number.
You were right on it, I would say.
Good thing you had that magnifying glass with you that could help point it out. Ken is laughing.
That's what it's
so
there
hard.
for. That's what it's there for. You pointed, you thought it was going to fall over.
I did. I was protecting the magnifying glass because your microphone cord was teetering on it. Collins takes inside. That looked to be a pretty good pitch, but was not granted by Alfonso Marquez.
You guys laugh. This thing's handy.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad it works for you.
The light's kind of nice, too.
I was going to say, are you on medium light or are you heavy light?
Low light.
Low light. Ooh, the mood light. 2-1. Collins hits it on the first base side. It's a fair ball. Step on the bag. Throw to second base. You're going to get a double play out of it. Collins hit it hard with Berger covering over at first base with Vaughn. All he had to do was field that baseball. If he's off the bag, that's a double. But instead, it's a double play ball. 3-6 on the putout. The Brewers hit into a pair of double plays last night. 3 if you count the fly-out double play from William Contreras in the 4th inning. Tough play. Again, 3-6 on the DP, and now it's Caleb Durbin, number 8 hitter. Leiter throws to the plate. and Durbin. A swing and a miss at the slider. And it's 0-1. No, I only kid because it's very useful, the magnifying glass. Just don't forget to turn off the light, otherwise you'll drain your battery.
Yes, agreed.
The 0-1. Down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Leiter's 1-1 to Durbin. Fouled away. Durbin 0 for 2 last night. He's 1 for 14 on the trip. A little September funk here for Durbin. He's trying to fight his way through. Leiter's 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Didn't go. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and a ball away. Chad Patrick struck out the side in the bottom of the first inning. Durbin trying to extend the inning to Ortiz. Takes it outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Not close with the slider. Two hits against Leiter plus a walk. 35 pitches and climbing. The pitch. Foul back again. Good pitch to hit. 96 right down the middle. And we'll get a fresh set of baseballs sent out to Alfonso Marquez. Leiter again. First base side of the rubber. Winds and fires on 3-2. And it's low and in the dirt. He issues another 2-out walk. Did the same thing in the first inning. Another Ortho ASAP walk. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Walk right in there is the difference. It's one thing for Leiter this year. The walk numbers have been very high. That's his 64th walk that he has issued. Joey Ortiz, 0 for 2 last night. 1 for 14 on the trip. Brewers so far 3-1 on the trip as Ortiz takes inside. Swept the Pirates. And one more win for a road trip victory, right? A winning road trip. One of the best teams in Major League Baseball on the road. Best record in baseball. Runner takes off. It's low. Throw to second base is not close. Durbin steals second base. The Brewers have a man in scoring position. Every stolen base bags another donation to Special Olympics Wisconsin, courtesy of Delta Dental and Delta Vision. 2 great plans and 1 name you trust. Huge jump from Durbin. The throw from Heim was a good one, but it was a day late and $1 short. And there he is for Joey Ortiz. 2 balls, no strikes on Ortiz in the top of the second inning. No score. Leiter's 40th pitch of the game is low. And it's 3-0. Well, if the Brewers continue at this rate, it is going to be a very, very short start for Jack Leiter. Get into that bullpen best you can. 3-0 coming, and that's a strike.
Yeah, it's been a very brewery start in terms of the quality of the ABs. You can't get a hit every time. You're not going to hit a home run every time, but you can work the count. You can foul off pitches and just be a nuisance to the starting pitcher. And the Brewers have done that so well over the course of this year.
Take a little dent out of the armor. A throw to second base. Durbin was standing on that bag as the throw was being uncorked by Leiter. Almost a collision with Cody Freeman, the second baseman, and Durbin. 3-1 on Ortiz. The pitch, runner takes off for third. It's a strike, and Durbin walks into third base with another steal. Just totally forgot about Durbin. So a pair of stolen bases, and there he is for Joey Ortiz. Shuffle, shuffle, go. Leiter wasn't even paying attention to him. See if Ortiz can put something into the outfield. Get a run across, take the early lead. 3-2 with 2 outs. Leiter's pitch. Swing and a miss. He chased ball 4. Pitch up around the shoulders, and Leiter strikes out Ortiz to end the inning. Another man stranded at third base in the first 2 innings. Bottom of the second is coming up. No score on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
High-tech data centers are critical to unlocking the power of technology.
Shohei Ohtani doesn't make any sense. A hitter that pitches and steals bases. No way. A living legend who's this humble? No way. Ohtani isn't a one-way player or a two-way player. He's a no-way player.
What else going to happen today? Henderson's bat goes flying into the stands on a strikeout.
That's not good right there.
See Andy looking at it like, hey, I'm not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, stick to basketball there, right?
Oh, no catch. Love to get that one back.
Alonso lost the bat as he flung at that high fastball.
That's going to keep him up tonight. Can't make that catch.
You got to keep that clean, right? You got to catch that.
Berger, Young, and Ozuna, the hitters for the Texas Rangers. First pitch on the way from Patrick, and Berger takes a strike. Couple of hits for the Brewers, couple of walks against Jack Leiter. And a big strikeout from Joey Ortiz to end the second. Home half of inning number 2 in Arlington, Texas. Rangers still very much in the wild card mix, division mix in the West. Pitch misses outside with a sinker, 1 ball and 1 strike, trailing the last wild card spot by just a game and a half, just 4 games behind the Houston Astros for the division, as this one fouled back from Berger. They still have a lot to play for, the Texas Rangers. Pat Murphy was talking about that in his show during the pregame programming today. Just about how a lot of these teams the Brewers are playing against are still fighting. Pitch is low and in the dirt, knocked down on the slider by Contreras. Now, the Cardinals still have something to play for. They're on the outside looking in, but they're still fighting. These Rangers have matchups with the Astros, the Mets, Cleveland still coming up. Pitch to Berger. Tap around in front of the mound. It'll be Patrick who fields and flips to first base to get Berger. One away on the comebacker. Josh Young is the hitter.
I think the tendency is to look at a 4-game lead and think, wow, that's going to be pretty tough. But the reality is, if you're on the other side of that, where somebody's chasing you by 4, you're still a little nervous. You're like, hey, we got to take care of business.
Even the Brewers that are sitting there 7.5 games up on the Chicago Cubs, yes, it's comfortable, but you still got to do your thing. Still got to go out there and win your ball games, because crazier things have happened in this sport. As long as you continue to stay hungry and do what you're supposed to do, a check swing and a ball up and in was called for a ball, and the check swing was denied. It's 2-0 on Josh Young. If you let your guard down for just a second, it's going to bite you. Young takes a ball off the inside corner, not secured by Contreras, so it's 3-0.
And Pat Murphy was talking about it today, that you don't want to lose your edge. Remember, the Brewers were searching for their edge, right, in April and for the beginning of May. They just weren't playing with that kind of chip on their shoulder that they have been known to play with the last 2 years. They found it.
Pitch is ball 4, low with the sinker, and Young draws a 4-pitch walk to open the door for Alejandro Osuna.
But you want to stay in that tree, if you will. You know, don't let them shake you loose.
I think it's so weird. I'm looking at the schedule for the Texas Rangers, and they only have 2 series the entire month against teams in their division. Wow. They play Houston 2 different times. They took 2 of 3 from the Astros here right before the Brewers came to town. They go to Houston coming up on the next road trip. First one's down and away on Alejandro Osuna. But to have just 2 divisional series in the last month of the season seems to be crazy.
That is the thing about it that is different than it used to be. A 4-game lead was less secure because there was probably games left between the 2 opponents, or more of them.
Osuna takes a strike. It's 1-1. The Brewers, we talked about it a lot, won't see the Cubs for 6 weeks if they play them in the playoffs, which is a distinct possibility. And if the season ended today, the Brewers would be the #1 seed and waiting for the winner of the Mets and Cubs series, or I should say the Padres and the Cubs series. Swing and a miss by Osuna. It's 1 ball and 2 strike count. So the Brewers could have gone almost 2 months without seeing the Cubs. And that's a division team. Just wild that way. Done with the Pirates for the season. 1-2 on Osuna. Runner takes his lead from first. Patrick from the stretch. 1-2 coming. And a looping liner into left, a base hit. So Osuna gets the first hit of the game for the Rangers. Comes with 2 strikes on him. Cut her up in the zone. Just flipped it into left field. 2 on with 1 away for Cody Freeman. A reminder from Schneider and their professional truck drivers: slow down, move over, and drive safely in work zones. Right now, Chad Patrick dealing with some traffic of his own. Cody Freeman 0 for 3 last night, hitting an even 200 over the big league level. Here's the pitch to him, and it's a strike. Fastball to 95, outer third. Saw Cody Freeman in the game last night as the right fielder. Cavalcade of stars filling in for Adolis Garcia in right. Freeman, a line drive into right. That's a base hit. They're going to send the runner around third. Frelick's got it. His throw's going to third base. And out at third is the call. A run scores on the base hit by Freeman, but Osuna thrown out at third base by Sal Frelick. Bruce Bochy holding up play to see if they want to challenge the play, and they will not at third base. Another outfield assist for Sal Frelick, a peg over to third to get the second out of the inning. His momentum was taking him to third. Maybe that was the rationale for not throwing home on that particular play. Runner at second did not get that good of a jump, but Frelick's decision to throw to third may prove to be a good decision. Great throw. Right on the money. Still a runner at second base. A run in for Texas. Here's Jonah Heim. And he hits a high fly to center field for Jackson Chourio. Squeezes it. Inning comes to a close. Rangers strike first. RBI single by Cody Freeman. We go to the third. 1-0 Texas on the Brewers Radio Network. Presented by American.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
To be in, the middle of New York to display a card like this is really such a big part of the Fanatics mission. We think about how do we create new experiences. Now we get the opportunity to put incredible Holy Grail cards in front of tens of thousands, if not millions of new people. It's not just about collectors today, but also about how do we bring new collectors into the space as well. It's really what we do it all for.
Back at it in the third inning. Top of the order coming back up for the Brewers. There with the play-by-play. Here's Lane.
All right, thank you very much, Jeff. Bryce Terang steps in there against Leiter. 43 pitches through the first 2 innings for Leiter. He drops a curveball in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Time for the Potawatomi Casino Hotel 3-bagger in the third contest. Our contestant is Virginia Pippert, as Terang checks on a changeup at the top of the strike zone. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Virginia's from DeForest and will win a Potawatomi prize package. If a member of the crew hits a triple this inning, visit WTMJ.com to enter in for official contest rules. Swung on and fouled straight back by Terang. It's 0-2. 1-0 Rangers. Cody Freeman with an RBI single in the second inning to put Texas on top for the time being. Here's the 0-2 from Leiter to Terang. And Bryce fouls it back and out of play. And it'll stay at 0-2. Terang chopped one back to Leiter on a 1-3 ground out back in the first to start up this game. 0-2 is up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Terang, then Churio, and then Yelich to hit for the crew here in the third. Brewers still looking for their first run of this series. 1-2 pitch. Terang took down and away with a changeup. It is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bryce 0 for 4 last night, so 0 for 5 so far in the series. Batting average sitting at .291. 2-2's a swing and a miss. And he struck him out. Fastball at 97 from Leiter. It's just his second strikeout of the night. And now here's Jackson Churio, who doubled against Leiter back in the first inning. Here's a club you're going to want to get into. Club Citgo, the super easy app. Opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Leiter brings home the first pitch to Churio, and he took outside. It's 1-0. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Download the Club Citgo app today. Leiter brings home the pitch, and Jackson takes a big cut and fouls back a fastball at 96. It's a ball and a strike. He is hit foul and out of play first base side, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. What is it about when Jackson's at the plate that we start laughing?
I don't know, man. I'm just glad it's your inning.
1-2 on Churio. Leiter out of the windup brings home the pitch. Churio swing and a miss over the top of a curveball. Leiter has struck out the last 3 that he's faced. First 2 here in the third inning. And now here's Yelich, who flied out to center back in the first. He's 0 for 1. Yelich had a good night at the plate last night. He went 1 for 4, but really hit the ball hard, especially his first 3 times he came to the plate. Leiter's first pitch to him is right through there at 96 for strike 1. Cubs still leading the Braves. That is 2-1 in the top of the 7th inning down in Atlanta. As Yelich takes high with a changeup, and the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. There's a no-hitter going on up in Toronto at Rogers Center. Houston with a 3-0 lead. That's a combined no-no that the Astros have going in the bottom of the 6th. There is a strike on the inside edge with the fastball at 97. And it's 1-2 on Yelich. And that no-hitter is no more. Toronto just scored. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a foul in and out of the mid of Heim. And now they're going to say he didn't get a piece of it, and that it was a straight swing and a miss, and that Heim didn't catch it. So Yelich down on strikes, and Leiter strikes out the side in the top of the 3rd. We go to the bottom of 3. 1-0 Rangers on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Interrumpimos este video para recordarte que puedes endulzar tu día con una dulcerapia de la lechera.
Shohei Ohtani doesn't make any sense. A hitter that pitches and steals bases. No way. A living legend who's this humble? No way. Ohtani isn't a one-way player or a two-way player. He's a no-way player.
So these is MLB Network talent stars.
Okay.
The stars of MLB Network. Can I trade a pack of these for a signed Lawrence Shahadi card?
How about we do a little bit of both? Money, a little trade.
Will you open it up and see if you like it?
They're really nice.
If I sign it, does that equal the Lawrence Shahadi 20?
All right.
Do we have a good trade?
We have a good trade. Thank you so much. That was fun.
Nice doing business with you.
Town Team and our bankers can help you achieve your financial dream. Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, a 1-0 Rangers lead here at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. Chad Patrick back out there on the mound for the Crew. He's thrown 35 pitches through the first 2 innings of duty for him. Michael Hellman leads off against him. First pitch to Hellman is swung on and fouled straight back into the net. It's 0-1. Hellman, 29 years of age. Went to college at Texas A&M, originally out of Lincoln, Nebraska. He's played in just 30 games in the big leagues. And hit the grand slam last night. Drove in all 5 runs in that game last night for the Rangers. Takes up and in with a fastball. It's 1-1. Patrick out of the windup brings home the pitch. Swung on and fouled back into the net. Fastball at the top of the zone at 93. And he goes to 1-2 on Hellman. Hellman hitting out of the 9-hole. Goes back to the top of the order. Josh Smith in the on-deck circle for the Rangers. And the pitch. Checked on a pitch down and away. They appeal to first. Lance Barrett says he didn't offer it that cutter. And it evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Patrick's pitch missed off the plate away. With a sinking fastball, count goes full at 3-2. Brewers will wrap up this series tomorrow afternoon here in Texas. And then back home for a 6-game homestand for the Crew. Pitch brought home is high. He walked him. So he walks the 9-hole hitter and the leadoff man here in the third. And now it is the top of the order and Josh Smith for the Rangers. No dental insurance, but you need dental care. The new Wisconsin Dental Association Dental Savings Club. It can save you up to 55% from a statewide network of trusted WDA dentists. Join at WDAclub.com. So here's Smith, left-handed hitter. And the pitch brought home. And it missed. Oh, it's in there for a strike, actually. Just caught the very top of the zone. That's been a coin flip at times tonight, but that one deemed a strike from Chad Patrick with a fastball at 92. Patrick brings home the 0-1, and that's right through there for a strike. That was a cutter, also at the top of the zone. And Patrick works ahead. No balls and 2 strikes here on Smith, who struck out against Patrick back in the first inning. Chad looks in, and the pitch. Fouled back into the net. We'll do it again. Through the first half of the season, a lot of people probably would have had Chad Patrick at or near the top of the list for NL Rookie of the Year. That's how good he was early for the Brewers. Man, did they need him, too. With all the injuries they had in that rotation. The pitch, and that was pretty much like strike one, but this one deemed a ball. Very, very top of the strike zone, maybe a touch up and off the top of the zone. 1-2 is the count here on Smith. Patrick looks in. There's the pitch. And it's a little soft liner caught with a backhand by Joey Ortiz, who went down to a knee to make the catch and headed back to first was Hellman. So that's a first down for Chad Patrick. Was not hit very hard, 72 miles an hour off the bat. Joey had to come in a couple of steps and catch it with a backhand on a knee. So one away for Wyatt Langford. You think about the Brewers early on in the year, they didn't have Brandon Woodruff yet. Jacob Mizorowski wasn't up. He was beginning his year in AAA. Swung on and fouled back into the net. And it's 0-1. Then you had Nestor Cortez get injured after his second start. Aaron Savali get hurt after his first start against the Yankees. And the Brewers needed guys to step up. Here's the pitch. That is high. Back pick to first, and back in time is Hellman. So 1-1 strike here on Langford. And remember, Tobias Myers missed the beginning of the year with the oblique issue. And so the Brewers needed somebody. And Chad Patrick originally was sent down to minor league camp at the end of spring training. And the next thing he knew, he was on a plane with the team to New York and planning on pitching out of the bullpen at that point. There's a strike on the outside edge. And it's 1-2 on Langford. And then eventually found himself in the rotation. And it's kind of wild to think where the Brewers would have been had they not had Chad Patrick and Quinn Priester in the first couple of months of the season. Patrick brings home the pitch and a swing and a miss. Fastball at 94 at the very top of the strike zone. It is the 4th ortho ASAP strikeout of the night for Chad Patrick. Start healing faster with ortho ASAP. Meet with a specialist today. Learn more at orthowisconsin.com. So 2 down, runners still at first, and now a battle with Jock Peterson, who struck out against Patrick back in the first inning. Chad brings home the pitch, and a swing and a foul back behind home plate. It's 0-1. Remember, the Brewers started Elvin Rodriguez for their home opener. And they were just really searching for answers in that rotation. And they didn't just get a guy that was a little bit of a stopgap for them. They got one of the best young arms in baseball in the first half of the season in Chad Patrick. When you really dive into the numbers, that is high, and it's 1-1.
He's got the third best earned run average among big league rookies this year.
Kind of a forgotten man because over the second half, Miz came up in June and Woody came back, and he spent most of the second half down in AAA Nashville. The pitch is a ground ball sharply hit to first, fielded by Vaughn. He steps on the bag, and the inning is over. So he works around the leadoff walk and puts up a 0 in the bottom of the third. We go to the fourth. 1-0 Rangers on the Brewers Radio Network, presented.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Before we continue, 10 for ID on the Brewers Radio Network. William Contreras leads off the top of the fourth for the Crew against Leiter. And Leiter's first pitch missed inside. It's 1-0. 59 pitches so far for Leiter. It is 1-0 Rangers with Jeff Levering and Kent Sommerfeld. Lane Grindle with you here tonight with the roof open at Globe Life Field. Leiter's 1-0 pitch, and that is a strike at the very top of the zone. I'm telling you, the very top of the zone has been a coin flip at times so far tonight. Strike sometimes, other times it's a no-go zone. 1-1. This is hit in the air down the right field line, racing into the corner and foul. As Osuna was on the move over in the corner, went into a slide. There's not a lot of foul territory down the lines in extreme right and extreme left, but it was foul by plenty. Actually might have hit off the side wall and not even off the actual wall in right down in that corner. 1-2 on Contreras. Leiter looking in through his glove. And now brings home the 1-2 pitch. And Williams swings on it, fouls it back into the net. And it stays at 1-2. Rangers plated their run in the bottom of the second inning. Both teams with 2 hits in this game so far. The pitch. Slow roller to third. Charging it is Young. Backhands, throws to first. Not in time. Contreras hustling up the line. Beat it out. Young did a pretty good job. That was a very slow rolling ground ball right by the bag at third by the time Young got to it with the backhand. Bruce Bochy seeing if they want to challenge. They will not. And so an infield single for Contreras. Hit just 66 miles an hour off the bat. It was a little more than a swinging bunt, but a very difficult play for Young, and we've seen him make some great plays at third in this series, but not much he could have done with that one. So Contreras aboard. Now here's Sal Frelick. Brewers have their leadoff man aboard for the second time tonight. And Sal takes inside. It's 1-0. Carbless, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Premium ready-to-drink cocktails. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten. Find it at the ballpark or at your local grocery store. Carbless. Less is more. Here's the pitch. Lifted in the air. Foul and out of play down the left field line. 1-1 on Sal. Leiter at 65 pitches now. The pitch. And Sal lifts one on the infield. Shortstop Josh Smith a couple of steps in front of the left center turf on the dirt makes the catch. And there's one away for Andrew Vaughn. Brewers with the 2 hits against Leiter. They've worked a couple of walks. I should say 3 hits now against Leiter. They've worked a couple of walks as well. And they've gotten deep into a lot of counts. So the pitch count has climbed a little bit. As Vaughn hits one in the air to right. Osuna back on it. And plenty of room for him to make the catch. About 25 feet shy of the warning track in right. And there's 2 down now for Isaac Collins. That'll help the pitch count for Leiter. 1 pitch out against Vaughn, who had singled against him in the second inning. Collins grounded out to first, hit in that double play, that 3-6 double play. Back in the second inning. 1-0 Rangers. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Still 2-1 Cubs. Down in Atlanta, that's in the top of the 8th inning. 7-2 Phillies in Philadelphia over the Mets in the bottom of the 8th. Kyle Schwarber's hit his 50th home run of the season in that one. Collins takes outside. One ball and 1 strike to count. Maybe a touch high with a fastball at 95. Leiter brings home the pitch. Collins took outside. Another fastball at 95. It's 2-1. Drive Around the League was brought to you by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors, building Wisconsin together. 2-1 on Collins. The pitch, and that one's hit in the air, foul and out of play third base side. It's 2-2. Brewers going through the order for a second time here tonight. Leiter's been good really since late June. He's turned it on and turned it up a notch for the Rangers. Toss over to first, and back in time is Contreras. Told you that Houston was throwing a no-hitter in Toronto. It's now 3-1. George Springer hit a home run to get the Blue Jays on the board and break up the no-hitter. Here is a liner off the glove of the first baseman Berger. It deflects to the second baseman Freeman, and he flips it back to Berger at the bag at first. That is tough luck for Isaac Collins, who hit it 108. And if Berger doesn't get a glove on it, it's into the right field corner. And the Brewers have probably second and third with 2 outs. But he got a glove on it and deflected it to his...
Sometimes your calling doesn't shout. It hums. Like a lullaby floating through a warm night in San Pedro. Before he could walk, El Niño had already taken his first step toward greatness. For Fernando Tatis Jr., baseball wasn't just in the house because Papa was a pro pelotero. It hung over his cradle like a promise. Desde la cuna, El Niño ya tenía swing.
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
We go to the bottom of the fourth inning here in Arlington, Texas. It is a 1-0 Rangers lead. Chad Patrick and his 53 pitches out there on the mound for the Crew for his fourth inning of work. And the first pitch to Jake Berger is a swing and a miss at a cutter. And it's 0-1. Berger bounced one back to Patrick back in the second inning. Patrick retired the first batter in the second inning, then walked Young, and that led to back-to-back singles and the only run of this game. A 1 pitch to Berger, nailed the outside edge with a cutter, and it's 0-2. Quiet in both bullpens. 0-2 pitch, that one's fouled back and out of play. It stays at 0-2. Retired veterans can turn to Network Health for affordable and reliable health plans tailored to meet your needs. Find the coverage you need and health plan experience you want with Network Health. Learn more at networkhealth.com/veterans. Patrick out of the windup brings home the 0-2 pitch to Berger, and it is a ground ball up the middle. Charging it is Ortiz near the bag at second. He slings it over to first to retire Berger for the first out of the fourth. One away for Josh Young. He drew that walk and scored the game's only run back in this second. The Rangers have been one of the hottest teams in baseball. I feel like we've said that a lot about Brewers' opponents of late. They're 12-4 in their last 16. The Pirates were red hot when the Brewers got to Pittsburgh, but the Brewers cooled them off. Rangers a little more to play for than Pittsburgh, though. There's a strike with a sinker, and it's 0-1. And Jeff outlined where the Rangers are at in terms of the wild card and the West. A swing and a miss at a cutter. And it's quickly 0-2 on Young. But the Rangers are doing this without some of their biggest names like Seager, Semien. Evaldi's not available. He's on the injured list. Adolis Garcia on the injured list. Pitch is high. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
This lineup changes drastically with just one of those 3 bats in the lineup.
Does it ever? Pitch is high. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Josh Young. It's sometimes easy to forget this was a team that won the World Series 2 years ago with a lot of those guys. Swing and a miss. Strikes out Young, and there's 2 away. An ortho ASAP strikeout, the 5th of the night for Patrick. 2 down for Osuna. All of those guys really a big part of that run in 23. You know who else was a big part of that run was now Brewer Jordan Montgomery.
Yeah, that's right. You almost forget that Montgomery is part of that Shelby Miller deal.
Yeah. Pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1 on Alejandro Osuna. And Jordan Montgomery's not going to throw a pitch for the Brewers this year, of course. Pitch is down, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. He'll go into free agency at the end of the year. But he is a part of the Brewers organization. He was a part of that deal. 1-1. Is low, 2 balls and 1 strike. He was really good for the Rangers in 23, man.
11 starts, 2.79 ERA in the regular season after they got him from the Cardinals.
Two-1 to Osuna. Is a 1-hopper sharply hit to first, backhanded by Vaughn, runs to the bag and retires Ozuna. That ball was smoked off the bat of Ozuna at 107, but Vaughn made the play. It's a 1-2-3 4th inning for Chad Patrick. We go to
Shohei Ohtani doesn't make any sense. A hitter that pitches and steals bases. No way. A living legend who's this humble? No way. Ohtani isn't a one-way player or a two-way player. He's a no-way player.
Radio Network.
Join the Brewers for their September 16th game when they give away a special Jacob Mizorowski t-shirt. Get your seats at brewers.com/giveaways. 1-0 Rangers. We go to the fifth. Here's Jeff.
All right, thanks, Lane. And a first pitch to Caleb Durbin misses. 1 no strikes. Trying the slider. Durbin, Ortiz, and Turang. Scheduled in the fifth. Leiter's pitch is a strike. Just did catch the corner. 1 strike on Caleb Durbin. Drew a walk, stole 2 bases, was stranded at third base. Brewers have had 1 base runner since the second. Offering to Caleb is low. 2 balls and a strike. Very, very pleasant evening for baseball in Texas tonight. Good to see the roof open. 2 straight nights. Durbin, a drive into left center field. This is hit well. Back helmet on the warning track, and he makes the catch. I thought Durbin got that one. That's the same spot that Christian Yelich hit his ball to last night. The ball just died as it got out there. Durbin hit that 103 off the bat. That's typically a ball that gets out of the ballpark, but not here in Texas. That ball was shot out of a cannon, but Hellman caught that a step onto the warning track.
We were told before this series that this had turned into a pitcher's park. I believe it after 2 games.
Joey Ortiz hits a ground ball to the left side. Play by Smith. Throws on the run. Off the bag is Berger and no tag. Ortiz is safe. Smith with a nice play got around it, but the throw was offline. Pulled Berger off the bag. It'll be a base hit for Joey Ortiz. So the Brewers have hit the ball hard, yet the ball into the gap. Hit by Durbin that ended up being caught. And you get the base hit on the infield. Ho hum, that's baseball, right? Here's Bryce Turang. Comebacker to the mound and a strikeout against Leiter. And Turang hits it foul left side. Good pitch to hit. Brewers chasing a run. Run scoring single by Cody Freeman in the second inning. Bottom of the order has been a pain in the neck for the Brewers in this series. Pitch to Turang, fly ball left center. This one sends Hellman back. Still back on the warning track at the wall, and he took it back. He jumped up on the warning track and pulled a home run away from Bryce Turang. It is this kid's series, I tell you. Hit the grand slam yesterday, drove in all 5 runs, and now he takes 2 runs off the board on what would have been the 18th home run of the season from Bryce Turang. That ball was pulverized by Bryce Turang. But Hellman, with a leap on the warning track, absolutely just took a home run away from Turang. I'm telling you, hit it away from left center field because that is a dead zone. Here's Jackson Chourio. First pitch to Chourio. In tight, nearly hit him. 1 ball and no strikes. I thought for sure that ball was going to get out of here by plenty. But not to be. Turang hit that one off the bat at 105. That had everything you needed. Throw to first, and back is Ortiz with a dive.
Apparently don't hit it hard. Hit it softly on the infield.
Apparently.
I mean, those 2 balls were smoked. I mean, even the Durbin ball, if it's not going to get out, that's a ball that gets into the gap.
And the Brewers have hit the ball very hard against Leiter. Think about it. Every at-bat Collins has had, too. Nothing to show for it. That's all you can ask for, hitting the ball hard. Sooner or later, they'll find a gap or do something productive for you. Ortiz stops, and he thought about going to second base. The pitch is a called strike on the inside corner. Started and then stopped, and ends up going back. Heim couldn't make the catch on the pitch either. It's an odd-looking play. Pitch to Chourio is a ball high with a hook.
The thing about that Hellman catch that was so impressive, so often you'll see the guy get to the wall, find it, and then find the baseball and go up. He went up 2 steps before the wall. It was disregard for his body.
It's a short wall out there in left center, too. Here's the pitch, and it's up and in. 3 balls and a strike on Chourio. Chourio doubled in the first, struck out in the third. Ortiz an extra half a step on his lead. Pitch to Chourio is a strike. Top part of the zone, 3-2. Now Ortiz will have a head start. Tell you, if Hellman was still in his college ranks, if he doesn't have an NIL deal with a mayonnaise company, I don't know what you're doing. Pitch, runner goes, and a line drive into right center. This one headed towards the gap. That is going to fall and bounce over the wall for an automatic double. Oh, my goodness. It's going to cost the Brewers a run because it went over the fence. Ortiz scores backpedaling if that ball doesn't go over the fence, and that is the kind of luck the Brewers have been having here in this inning. It's a double for Jackson Chourio as he goes the other way. Ortiz is stopped at third base on the automatic double, and Mike Maddox is on his way out to chat with Jack Leiter. Another $75 for the MAC Fund, courtesy of West Bend, the Silver Lining. There's Chourio inside out of that baseball into the gap in right center. He said, the heck with left center. That's a dead zone. Let's go right center. And it carried and got down, but unfortunately that wall a little lower in that part of the ballpark than it is in other parts, and it hops over the fence.
I don't think I've ever seen an inning where everything was so opposite. Everything that's been hit hard. Now, Chourio's is a double, but even that had the negative result by going into the bullpen because it cost the Brewers the run for the time being, at least. And the Ortiz ball was softly hit on the infield, just well placed. All the things you think about baseball can sometimes be the exact opposite in innings like this.
Now you need a 2-out base hit from Christian Yelich. Something good happened here. Yelich, a fly ball to center and a strikeout against Leiter. First pitch, Yelich a liner off of the glove of Leiter. Can't pick it up. Yelich is safe, and Ortiz scores, and the Brewers catch a break. Leiter almost caught that line drive on the fly. Instead, it hit his glove. He had an opportunity to pick the ball up and throw out Christian Yelich, but he couldn't pick the ball up. The claw grabber unable to hold on to the Cupid doll. So Yelich drives in a run. It'll be a base hit, and we're tied 1 apiece. Man, with all the bad luck, I thought that thing was going to end up in the glove of Leiter, and the Brewers are going to get messed with again. Instead, Leiter couldn't pick it up. They catch a break, see if they can turn it into a crooked number. Yelich runs, and he will steal second base without a throw. Second and third, 2 outs for Contreras. Give Yelich RBI number 93. Hobie Milner playing catch in the bullpen for Texas. More than likely for Frelick, who's on deck. The 0-1. Contreras swings and misses at a ball up at his letters, and it's 0-2. A walk and an infield single for Contreras. Trying to come up with a big hit. Score a couple of runs. The 0-2. Lined into center field. It is down a base hit. 1 run's in. Here comes Yelich to the plate. Throw all the way through. It's late. Contreras drives in 2. It's a 3-1 Brewers lead. All that bad luck. And the Brewers come up with a couple of big 2-out RBI hits. And Contreras now with 71 runs batted in on this season. That was an 0-2 pitch. He went down and he got it. And Leiter is going to be done. Bruce Bochy is on his way out to make a U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen. U.S. Cellular, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers, reminds you that when the game is on, turn your notifications off with us mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Former Brewer Hobie Milner is coming into this ball game. He'll face Sal Frelick on the other side of this break. The Brewers have their first lead in the series. It's 3-1 Milwaukee in the 5th on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Brewers fans, with Us Mode from U.S. Cellular, you can keep your eye on...
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool. 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Milner coming into the ballgame, his 66th appearance of the Rangers, a .355 earned run average. Longtime Brewer. He'll face Sal Frelick with a runner on at first base in William Contreras. 3 runs into the inning. Milner's pitch, a ground ball hit back up the middle, gloved by Smith. He'll take it to the bag, and the side is retired. The Brewers with 3 runs on 4 hits. All 3 runs scoring with 2 outs. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. 3-1 Brewers on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Hey, it's John McGivern here. You know I love...
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Hey, it's a Lourdes Gurriel dog.
That's a nice touch.
Pena power.
The perils of wearing earrings when you've got netting on the field.
That young fan, not a Newtbar fan. What a present for Mom.
Oh my goodness, look at this guy.
Uso, yeah, Jay Uso, yeah.
And then just shot putting it. Block when there's nobody on base. There's a little debate for Domo and Kim watching the replay together.
That's beautiful,
isn't it?
I got a couple packs of 1986 Topps baseball cards. Let's open them up and see who's in here. I love the bubble gum. Oh my. Tom Seaver, but with a White Sox uniform on. The franchise for the Mets. I played with him in 1983, my rookie season. I was just in awe with these guys when I saw them in spring training and got a chance to play with them. Baseball cards of memories.
Sitting bottom third of the order, Freeman, Heim, and Hellman. The law firm coming up for the Texas Rangers. Chad Patrick at 66 pitches. Needed just 12 pitches to get through the Rangers cleanly in the fourth. First pitch is a strike as Freeman squared around the bunt, pulled it back, creates an angle with Durbin. Takes a couple of steps in from his position at third. Freeman had the RBI single for the Rangers in the second inning. Back-to-back hits by Osuna and Freeman, the only 2 hits allowed by Chad Patrick. Freeman takes a skosh outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. That one was tails. Patrick winds and fires again. That's low. 2 balls and a strike on Freeman. Well, this time of year, team needs someone that they can count on. Something like Usinger's sausage. Can always count on them. 2-1, a swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Year after year, decade after decade, century after century, Usinger's has been Milwaukee's and the best and finest. Here's the pitch, a swing and a miss. And Freeman is gone on strikes. 6th strikeout for Chad Patrick. Another ortho ASAP strikeout. Jonah Heim is hitting. Always coming through in the clutch. It's crunch time again. So go for Usinger's. Jonah Heim fly to center back in the second inning, and the first pitch to him is a strike. 0-1 on Heim. The Brewers bullpen is moving. Aaron Ashby starting to play catch in the Brewers pen. Heim fouls it back at a monster cut at that fastball. And trying to get Chad Patrick through this 5th inning at the least. We got Smith looming. Jock Peterson looming. 0-2 coming to Heim. Missed outside. 3-1 Brewers. 3 runs on 7 hits against the starter Leiter. All runs charged to him, all earned. Put pressure on him. Heim waits and a check swinging the ball down and in. The slurve is what they called it. You know, he doesn't throw a slurve, so I'm guessing that was his slider. He has reshaped it recently, but it's still a slider. 2-2 pitch. Skips low in the dirt, went back to it. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Got ahead 0-2. But now a full count for that guy Hellman, who's on deck. He has had a whale of the first couple of games of this series. Took a home run away from Bryce Terang in the 5th. Patrick throws on 3-2. Foul back again. Cutter on the inner third of the plate. And Heim had a big cut. Heim hitting at .214, 10 homers. 3-2 pitch. Outside he walked him, and the tying run is coming up in Michael Hellman. 3rd walk issued by Chad Patrick. Hellman drew one of those walks back in the 3rd inning to start that frame. I'd like to take a moment and thank our good friends at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Partnership with the Brewers Radio Network all season. They've been a part of the Brewers Radio Network for a long time. 3-bagger in the 3rd contest, trips to the mound. Title sponsor of our Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. That pitch at the top of the zone is called for a ball, and it's 1-0 on Hellman. Luis Olmos Emily Melnick, Alex Wada, and Dominic Ortiz. Quartet of great people over at Potawatomi. Hellman, a fly ball to left. Back goes Collins at the warning track, at the wall, and it's gone. Hellman does it again. Hits a 2-run home run to tie this game 3-3. Man, the Brewers cannot get him out in the 8th inning, in the 8th spot, I should say. Last night, he hit the grand slam and drove in another run. Tonight in the 9th spot, a walk and a 2-run home run, and we're back to a 3-3 game. I tell you, that ball was not hit as well as the Terang ball or the Durbin ball that ended up being caught in left center. The only problem is they hit it to the wrong part of the park. This time Hellman hits it out to left. Just got it out of the outstretched glove of Isaac Collins. And that's going to be it for Chad Patrick. 4 1/3 innings for him. He goes through the lineup twice. And Aaron Ashby's coming into this game. 3-3. Bottom of the 5th. U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen has been made. The game is on. Don't miss your chance to turn off ringers and cheer for dingers. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Ashby's in. 3-3.
Meet Aaron Judge. Aaron is the captain of the New York Yankees. What a great leader. He's won MVP 2 times. He's also the most dangerous man on the planet with a bat in his hands. Aaron signs every autograph and tattoos every baseball. Aaron foots the bill. Then robs you blind. Aaron's a good guy, the best. Unless you're a pitcher.
What is it about baseball cards that make them so special? Why do you enjoy doing that?
Well, the biggest thing is I started collecting when I was a kid. O-Pee-Chee was a Canadian hockey league, and then the Canadian football. But I didn't start in the U.S. until I had signed professionally as a ball player. And when I got my first rookie card, and I've got it here with me.
Let's take a peek at that.
1966 with Billy Sorrell.
Needs. Your journey awaits at cuw.edu/bucks.
Final line is not going to be indicative as how well Chad Patrick threw the ball today. 3 runs on 3 hits. Walked 3, struck out 6. But he can't win and he can't lose it as Josh Smith leads it off against Aaron Ashby. First pitch of his outing is a curveball low. 1 ball and no strikes. 1 out, 2 runs into the 5th inning. Ashby's been brilliant for the Brewers. 37th game for him. Pitch to Smith is high. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. 2 balls and no strikes. For Aaron Ashby, the last time he worked was against the Pirates on the 6th. When an inning and 2/3. 2-0 coming is a strike. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitched on Saturday, picked up his 3rd save. Did surrender a run. Came in with a tying run in the on-deck circle in the 8th inning. Gave up a run on the 9th. Here's the pitch. Smith hits it foul off his front foot. Rolls all the way out to second base. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Quick vibe check. Well, the vibe in the batter's box for Smith not so great after he fouled that ball off his foot. But a cooler full of Vizzy Hard Seltzer, that's a big vibe. Vizzy Hard Seltzer, the seltzer that passes the vibe check. 3-3 game. Michael Hellman having himself a series against the Brewers. 2 homers, and he's driven in 7 runs. 7 of the 8 runs scored by Texas. Smith to center field. It falls in front of Jackson Churio. Wyatt Langford will hit against Aaron Ashby. 1-out single. Langford with a couple of strikeouts against Chad Patrick. And that walk to Jonah Heim after a 0-2 count. That's a killer. Pitch is down and in with a curveball on Langford. Bottom of the 5th inning, a 3-3 game.
Yeah, it looked like settled in. He'd retired 7 in a row. Gets Heim down 0-2.
Drew the walk, and then Hellman hit a cutter out. And this one hit into the gap in right center. Churio is on the run. He's not going to get there. It's over his head and up against the wall. That's going to score a run. Langford headed for third. He's going to make it there with a slide. And the Rangers regain the lead. It's 4-3. RBI triple for Wyatt Langford. And Aaron Ashby surrenders a run. The first 2 batters he faces, fastball down and away. Langford stuck with it. Gets his first hit of the series. Plugged the gap in right center. And we will have a pinch hitter for Jock Peterson. Kyle Higashioka will come off the bench and hit for Peterson. So a 1-out triple in a situation that screams for a strikeout. Aaron Ashby will try and do that against Higashioka. Started last night, was 1 out of 3 with a double. So the Brewers with a 3-run top of the 5th inning, and the Rangers answer right back and on the precipice of another big inning. As Chris Hook is coming out to have a word with Aaron Ashby and discuss Kyle Higashioka and the scouting report. Trip to the mound presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Hitch a ride to Brewers home games on a Potawatomi Sportsbook game day shuttle. Make any purchase in the sportsbook or a same-day sports bet to get a wristband and a seat on the shuttle. So Aaron Ashby has faced 2 hitters. He's allowed a base hit to center, and then the triple to Wyatt Langford. The base hit to center, it was up in the air for a little while. Fell right at the feet of Jackson Churio. He hasn't been in center field for a while. Missed the entire month of August with that hamstring injury. You wonder if he could have made a better effort on that one. Higashioka with the infield in. Takes down and in, ball 1. Big run standing there at third base. Rangers have the 4-3 lead. Pitch to Higashioka, a half swing and a miss. Ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Hit foul. And now Ashby in the driver's seat. Threw him a changeup at 92 miles an hour. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Looking for a pop-up or a punch-out in this situation. Runner at third, 1 away, infield up. Ashby ahead 1-2. Here comes. Fouled away through another changeup. Higashioka was on it. And frankly got away with one. Higashioka really crowds that plate. Almost dares you to throw it in. They're going in. 1-2. Line into right center of base hit. A run scores. Churio cuts it off. Throw goes to second base. Higashioka's in there with an RBI double. It's a good piece of hitting from Higashioka. A pitch that was not even a strike. It was below the zone. Got it over Bryce Terang, who was playing in to begin with. So a single, a triple, and now a double. And if Terang is playing in normal depth, that's right at his chest. Either way, had to play in that situation. It's a 2-run lead for Texas. Berger at the plate. Ground ball to second. Terang has it. Thought about throwing to third. Decides to go to first base and get the sure out. He does. Higashioka moves to third. 2 away for Josh Young. It's been a long time since Aaron Ashby has given up contact like this consecutively, save for the first one from Josh Smith. Young has walked, scored a run, and struck out. The ground out to second base ends the stretch of 5 straight batters reaching, and in 4 of those batters, the Rangers hit for the cycle. Homer, single, triple, double. Pitch to Young is a strike at the knees. Grant Anderson, the former Texas Ranger, is playing catch in the Brewers bullpen. It's now a 5-3 Rangers lead. 0-1 coming. That's in the dirt, and a run-saving play by Contreras. Scooped up the changeup that bounced off the plate. Ashby with 15 pitches. He's facing his 5th hitter. He's retired just 1 batter. Young is the 8th man to hit in the inning. 1-1 is outside. 2 balls and a strike. Game that belongs to the bullpens now. Ashby's pitch. Young takes a strike. Curveball in the outside corner. Ashby's 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Inning ends. However, the Rangers put up a 4 spot in response to the Brewers' 3 spot in the 5th. It's 5-3 Texas as we go to the 6th inning on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
What? Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Isaac Collins and Caleb Durbin. There's a right-hander getting loose in the bullpen for the Texas Rangers. Milner has to face at least 2 batters. Face just 1 in the 5th as Vaughn takes a strike from Hobie. Milner threw just 1 pitch to get out of the 5th inning. Brewers trying to get back at the Rangers after they put up a 4 spot in the bottom of the 5th. Vaughn, slow roller up the third base side and foul. Quick 0-2. 6th inning is the Woodman's Food Market's home run inning. Our contestant today is Lucas Lorbiecki from Nina. Lucas will win a gift card jackpot of $500 if a member of the crew hits a home run in the inning. Pitch to Vaughn is high. And it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. $100 will be added to the total for each additional home run this inning. Visit any participating Woodman's store to enter. Service and savings, that's Woodman's. Pitch, ground ball hit to short. Couple of hops out to Smith. He throws him out. 1 up and 1 down in the 6th inning. Here's Collins. He'll hit from the right side of the plate. Hit 2 bullets at the first baseman, Jake Berger. He's 0 for 2, though. The Brewers had just taken the lead in the top half of the 5th inning. And a 1-out walk triggered a 4-run uprising. First pitch strike on Collins. Milner deals. And he missed high, barely. Again, flip of the coin today from Alfonso Marquez at the top of the zone. Again, tails. Ball and a strike. Milner, the sidewinder, deals to Collins. Ground ball hit to the left side. Tough play. Smith, backhand, throw to first, and out. 1 hopper from Smith over to first base. Collins tried to beat it out. It was a great play by Smith. And the Brewers will not challenge. Smith has played a great shortstop here tonight. Tough play, had to go to the backhand, had enough on the throw, and just did get Isaac Collins. Here's Caleb Durbin. Took Hellman to the warning track, and a pitch that's a foot outside called for a strike. It's 0-1.
We talked a lot about the Brewers' defense over the course of this year. This is definitely one of the strengths of the Rangers, too, defensively. They can get the job done out there.
Number 1 in defensive runs saved, and by a long shot in Major League Baseball. They're plus 98. The next closest is the Cubs at plus 74.
Well, and apparently even their backups are pretty good defensively, because a lot of them are out there now.
1-1 is down and in. 2 balls and a strike on Caleb Durbin. And it's a good defensive team. There's a reason why they have the lowest earned run average in baseball, because of the great defense that they play, much like the Brewers. 2-1 is high, and it's 3 balls and a strike on Caleb Durbin. Joey Ortiz is on deck. Luis Curvelo is ready in the bullpen for Texas, right-hander. 3-1. Durbin hits it down the left field line. This is going to be trouble if it's a fair ball, and it is foul. Just foul down the left field line. Nobody loosening in the Brewers bullpen. Looks like they're going to ride Ashby in the 6th. Ashby gave up a couple of runs in that 5th inning. Came in a tie game, surrendered a pair. 3-2 on Durbin. Going in on him, the pitch home, and a chopper hit towards third. Young cuts it off, throws to first. It's wide, and Durbin's safe. May have been an easier play for Smith, even though as a third baseman you're taught to take everything you can moving to your left. Well, Young right there, cut in front of Josh Smith, off balance throw, and Durbin was safe. So a 2-out single, and we'll see what Bruce Bochy wants to do, as Rhys Hoskins is coming off the bench for the Brewers and will hit for the first time since early July. Again, they have Curvelo ready in the bullpen for Texas. Jonah Heim is out to chat with Hobie Milner and set up this date with Rhys Hoskins. So Pat Murphy sensing that this is the moment, and Bruce Bochy is not going to allow Hobie Milner to face Rhys Hoskins. Bochy not getting along in terms of his movement as well as he has in years past, and because of that allows Curvelo to throw a couple of extra pitches in that bullpen, that slow trot out to the mound. So Hobie Milner is out of the ball game. U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen has been made. Proud partner of the Brewers reminds you that
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Let's open this up. Take a look at what we find. Looks like we've got Lauren Shahadi.
Animation is great.
We got Robert Flores, one of the stars of MLB Central, with Lauren Shahadi. Then we got Mark DeRosa. Look at that. He looks like Superman, does he not? Right?
He was when he was with the Cubs.
Harold Reynolds looking ripped in a tracksuit in Studio 42. There I am. The hair's on point.
I know this guy.
Look at that jawline.
And what do we got? Oh, it's one of those parabolic mics. This is one of the sillier delays that I've seen. Gino hacking his heels a little high. It's airmailed into right field.
Heat at third, backpedaling, and he can't make the catch. That
That was awkward.
Trying a little trickeration. Nobody fell for it. It's worth a shot. Why not?
Oh, that's funny. Wait till they mass market them, like the Grimace.
Yeah. Available in fan-favorite flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and mango, bringing the craft cocktail bar to your seat. Refreshment that matches the energy of American Family Field is carbless, full of flavor, no sugar, and no carbs. Just game day bliss.
Luis Curvelo comes into this ball game, hard-throwing right-hander, 15th appearance for him, a .458 ERA. He's allowed just 2 home runs. He faces Rhys Hoskins, who has not had a big league at-bat in over 2 months. 5th of July, the last time he hit in the big leagues. Here's the pitch, and it is a strike. Hoskins did face Trevor McGill in his simulated game earlier today, so he's seen some cheese already this afternoon. Got a first pitch slider for a strike. It's 0-1 on Rhys. Durbin at first. Curvelo's pitch is inside. Tried the slider again. Almost hit him. 1 ball and 1 strike. Maxed out on his rehab assignment coming off of that injured thumb. Sustained that in Miami. 1-1 with 2 away. Pitch to Hoskins. It's down and away. Another slider. 2 balls and a strike on Rhys. Said earlier today, I know the circumstances have changed here in Milwaukee. I understand what Andrew Vaughn has done. I'm going to do whatever Pat Murphy needs me to do. Well, right now, he needs to come up with a big pinch hit. 6th inning, 5-3 Texas. 2-1 pitch is low. 3 balls and a strike. And even if it means drawing a walk and moving the line along, that's a good thing, too. 3-1 on Rhys Hoskins. Durbin is lead from first. Good hitters count. Curvelo deals. Hoskins takes a strike right at the bottom of the zone at the knees. Pitcher's pitch. So it's 3-2. Durbin will be moving with the pitch, and Hoskins will use his timeout. Dozen homers, 42 driven in on the season for Hoskins. Ready to go again. Curvelo set and throws. Broken bat, pop up near home plate. Hine dives and makes the catch. And the inning ends. Bat shattered on a fastball up and in. Hine took a second to locate it, found it, and made the play. And the Brewers are finished in the 6th. Bottom of the 6th coming up. 5-3 Texas on the Brewers Radio Network. Presented by...
You're one of the more flexible players on the team, Gemini, and you have a wide variety of skills beyond your designated position. You want to master all of the different roles of baseball, but that can hold you back instead of improving your inherent talents. Leaning into what feels the most comfortable and natural for you as a player will bring out your best on the diamond.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd bowl in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
It's a 5-man umpiring crew here today in this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's pop car.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound, hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
WTMJ.
Bottom of the 6th inning, 5-3 Texas. 2 big innings. 2 big half innings, all in 1 total inning in the 5th. Here's the pitch to Ozuna, and he takes a ball at the top of the zone, and it's 1-0 on Ozuna. Base hit and a ground out for today's right fielder for the Rangers. Andrew Monasterio takes over at short. Here's the pitch, and it's a tapper back to the mound. Ashby has it, throws to first. He threw a bullet there, and out is Ozuna. 1 up and 1 down. And before Freeman hits, 10 seconds for station identification on the Brewers Radio Network. (5-3) Texas. 3-run top half of the 5th inning for the Brewers to take a 3-1 lead, and the Rangers responded with a 4-run bottom half of the 5th. We got Lane Grindle, we got Kent Sommerfeld, and I'm Jeff Levering, taking you through this series in Texas. Brewers heading back home after the game tomorrow. Pitch to Freeman is down low and in the dirt. Day off on Thursday. And then the Brewers are back at it against the St. Louis Cardinals over the weekend. 1-0 pitch. Freeman took a strike. The Braves ended up losing to the Cubs today, 6-1. The Phillies beating up on the Mets. They're putting the Mets in their review mirror and putting some distance back there too.
It's going to be a 9-game lead now for the Phillies.
With what, 14 to play?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something like that. Right?
15 to play maybe. 2-1 pitch. Freeman fouls it away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
We've got 17 to play after today for the Brewers. So probably in that range, looking at the Phillies.
Yeah. Freeman takes low. This is game number 146 for the Brewers tonight.
And this was 145 for the Phillies, so they're actually a game behind the Brewers, so they'll have 18 left after today.
Got an extra ball game. I'm still chasing the Brewers for the best record in the National League. The Brewers with 89 wins. Phillies now with 85. The Brewers hold the tiebreaker. 3-2 on Freeman. And the payoff, a ground ball hit softly to the left side. Charging Durbin. He's got it. Throws on the run to first to get Freeman. 2 away and a couple of soft ground balls. And now it's Jonah Heim. Don't forget about our friends over at Pella Windows and Doors in Wisconsin. They're built for long-lasting comfort and reliability. Right now, score 0% interest for up to 5 years at PellaWI.com. Left-hander Robert Garcia is playing catch in that bullpen. He's a left-hander for Texas. Jonah Heim takes strike 1 on the inside corner. Hits from the right side of the plate. Made that nice catch on the pop-up by Rhys Hoskins. We saw a replay of it just moments ago. That ball would have hit Hoskins if he didn't swing. The 0-1. Heim hits a ground ball past the dive of Durbin into left. A base hit for Heim. Well, this bottom of the order has continued to just wreak havoc against the Brewers. And it will allow Hellman to come to the plate. Heim's on base a second time. Hellman has reached twice. With a walk and a 2-run home run that tied the game in the 5th. Was the last pitch that Chad Patrick threw in the game. And Hellman takes strike 1. Curveball on the outside corner. The Mayo Man. Ashby's 0-1. Hit foul. Fastball right down the middle. It's 0-2.
Wonder if they ever called him Miracle Whip.
Ooh.
Just as like a troll nickname, right?
That'd be pretty good. Oh, 2 on Hellman. Ashby's pitch is a swing and a foul. Kraft makes Mayo 2, right? Sure.
Paul Newman probably does.
Sure, there's a bunch of different brands out there. Ashby's 0-2. Wave and a miss. He struck him out with a changeup. Hellman finally comes up empty. Base hit is all in the bottom of the 6th inning. We go to the 7th. Brewers chasing a couple of runs. 5-3 Texas on the Brewers Radio Network.
Meet Aaron Judge. Aaron is the captain of the New York Yankees. What a great leader. He's won MVP 2 times. He's also the most dangerous man on the planet with a bat in his hands. Aaron signs every autograph and tattoos every baseball. Aaron foots the bill. Then robs you blind. Aaron's a good guy, the best. Unless you're a pitcher.
As someone who grew up in the era of the twist, the locomotion, the Freddy, and other outrageous dances, the floss is easily the worst of all time.
The fan did touch that ball, and that's a big whoops.
Any relation to Grant?
I don't know. That guy was having a hard time figuring out what screen he was supposed to be looking at.
What a play! Allen Roden. And hopefully he is all right.
Look at it's his eye black. That's his eye black. It has been transferred from face to wall.
Months. PalaWI.com.
7th inning in Texas. New pitcher is on. Robert Garcia for the Rangers. Brewers have the top of the order schedule. Chasing a couple of runs. Not chasing anything. Here's Lane Grindle to play-by-play.
All right. Thank you very much, Jeff. Garcia has been good this year for the Rangers. Had a little bit of a hiccup early August to mid-August, covering 7 outings. He gave up 7 earned runs over 5 innings in that stretch, but he hasn't given up a run since. As the pitch is a strike to Bryce Terang, who leads off the inning, and it's 0-1. So that is his last 8 outings. And he's given up just 4 hits over those last 8 outings. 63rd overall appearance on the year with a 3.13 ERA as Terang squares to bunt, and it's 0-2 as he bunted that one foul at the plate. Bryce, his last at bat, hit one that we thought was out of here, and Michael Hellman brought it back out in left center. Garcia, left-hander, looks in, and the pitch. Chopper. Foul, first base side, and it'll stay at 0-2. These two have squared off once before, and Terang is 0 for 1 against Garcia. Oh for 3 tonight for Bryce, and 0 for 7 in the series. Here's the pitch, and Bryce lines one out to left, but right in the tracks of Langford. Makes the catch. And there's one away. That's the way it's gone at times tonight. That was only hit 92 off the bat, but still pretty good contact. Brewers had that fifth inning where they scored their 3 runs. Felt like they could have had 5 or 6 runs in that inning. Exit velos of 103, 69, 105, 103, 99, and 106. And the 103 and the 105, the first 2, those were outs. Here's Churio. Takes a strike on the outside edge from Garcia on a friendly call from Alfonso Marquez. 0-1 on Jackson, who has a couple of doubles tonight. He's 2 for 3. And the 0-1. Churio took low with a slider. 1 ball and 1 strike. Don't miss George Webb's double play meal deal. 7 cheeseburgers, 2 orders of fries for just $17.99. Win, lose, home or away. Visit GeorgeWebb.com for locations and details. Garcia's pitch. That is low with a slider. And it goes to 2-1 on Jackson. 1 out, nobody on here in the 7th. It's a 5-3 Rangers lead in this middle game of the 3-game series. Rangers won last night 5-0. 2-1. Jackson takes a strike at the very bottom of the zone with the fastball at 95. And the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Churio will use his timeout, step out of the box for a moment. And now climbs back in there. Garcia brings home the pitch. Down and in. Fastball at 95. Didn't miss by as much as it looked because he missed his spot, but it missed. And the count is full. 3-2. Churio 1 for 1. Lifetime against Garcia. The pitch, a ground ball, sharply hit to second base. Down on a knee goes Freeman to field it, throws to first, and retires Jackson. And there's 2 away now for Christian Yelich. Grant Anderson continues to get loose in the Brewers bullpen, so the one-time Texas Ranger looks like he's going to get the ball in the bottom of the 7th inning. Yelich drove in a run with that rocket back to Leiter in the 5th inning. He's got a couple of hits in the series. 0 for 2 against Garcia in his career. And the pitch. Strike on the inside edge. And it's 0-1. Correction. Has faced him just once and walked. 0-1. Yelich checks on a slider that missed low. 1 ball and 1 strike on Christian. Yelich just trying to extend the inning at this point. Trying to get that tying run to the plate. Currently is in the on-deck circle in the form of Contreras. The pitch, line foul and out of play, third base side. And it is 1-2 on Yelich. Garcia looks in, the 1-2 pitch inside, and it's 2-2. It nearly hit Yelich with a fastball at 96. Brewers trying to come from behind late here tonight at Globe Life Field. They have been a never say die team over the course of this year. No team should ever feel comfortable with the lead against the Brewers. Garcia's 2-2 pitch, and Yelich a ground ball, fair ball down the left field line and into the corner. Yelich cuts first on his way to second, and he is sprinting in there with a sliding 2-out double. Yelich hit at 104 just inside the third base bag. $75 to the MAC Fund courtesy of West Spin, the silver lining, and that gets the tying run to the plate in the form of William Contreras. And Contreras has not been retired in this game tonight. First offering to William is a strike on the outside edge with a changeup. And it's 0-1. A walk, an infield single,
And the 2-run single back in the 5th inning for Contreras. Garcia brings home the pitch, and this is a liner right into the glove of Berger. Another hard contact and another out. 100 miles an hour right at the first baseman. That's the way the night has gone for the Brewers offense. No runs ahead.
Before he was feared on the field, Ronald Acuña Jr. was chasing wins on a different kind of field. For the Acuñas, El Béisbol was a story told in fastballs and late-night rematches. Every loading screen was a part of the strategy. Smash de botones. Smash de jonrones. That's how La Bestia was born.
I can't imagine transitioning from loving baseball cards to then knowing it's inevitably coming that you're going to be on baseball cards. What was that?
When they did something for USA Baseball, and then now seeing my face, seeing me playing baseball on a card, it was surreal. It wasn't that it was that moment where like, wow, this is really something.
Work. How can you not be romantic about this? This is the Brewers Radio Network.
Grant Anderson takes over on the mound for the Brewers as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The 7th inning stretch sponsored by IslandResortGolf.com. The Island is your premier resort destination, largest north of Milwaukee, and the place to be. Book your trip today at IslandResortAndCasino.com. So Anderson just activated off the injured list at the start of this series, now having issues with his pitch comm. About to make his 58th appearance of the year, 2-5 with a 2.87 ERA. Placed on the injured list back on August 25th. Right ankle tendinitis. It was retroactive to August 24th. That was the last time he pitched in a big league game. Was actually August 23rd for Grant Anderson against the Giants through an inning. And now a new pitch comm's been run out there to him, and he's ready to go. He is facing his former club in the Texas Rangers. First pitch to Josh Smith. Missed inside of the fastball. 1-0. Anderson, 28-year-old, out of Texas originally. Pitch is a little low with a breaking ball. 2 balls to no strikes. Born in Port Arthur, Texas. And the pitch, a swing and a miss. It's 2-1. Fastball at 93 right down the middle. Spent 23 and 24 with the Rangers. Made 23 appearances last year. 26 appearances the year before. This has by far been his best year in the big leagues this year with the Crew. 2-1. Swung on and fouled back into the net. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Had an 8.10 ERA in his 23 appearances last year and a 5.05 over his 26 appearances the year before. And this year he's been a very effective reliever for Pat Murphy. 2-2 pitch, and that is popped up foul and out of play by Josh Smith. Third base side, stays at 2-2. Action in that Rangers bullpen. That's Phil Maton. Pitch is low.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Brewers have seen Phil Maton this year with the Cardinals. He was traded to the Rangers at the deadline. Rangers made some moves at the deadline. Also added Merrill Kelly, who's going to get the start tomorrow. This is a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Caleb Durbin is going to take charge and make the catch. That's the first out of the 7th inning. And Wyatt Langford's now the batter for the Rangers. Langford had the RBI double in the 5th inning. That gave the Rangers the lead back at that point. They would add another one in that 5th. One for 3 tonight for Langford. First pitch is breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Anderson, the 0-1. That is hit foul and out of play first base side. A little late on a fastball away at 93. Quickly 0-2 here on Langford. Brewers will send Freddie Peralta to the mound tomorrow afternoon, and then an off day Thursday. Brewers have 2 big off days coming up. Thursday and then Monday. The pitch up and away with a fastball at 93, 1-2. So the Cardinals coming to town and sandwiching that series are off days. And those are going to be welcomed off days for the Brewers. They had that long 19 games in 18 days stretch. Pitch is popped up. Sky high. Shallow left field. Drifting into foul territory is Caleb Durbin, and he actually backpedals back into fair territory in shallow left and makes the catch. And there's 2 gone here in the 7th for Higashioka. Brewers had the off day on Tuesday last week. That kind of random off day in the middle of the Phillies series because they just had to have an off day. Pitch is up and away, and it's 1-0. But think about that. The Brewers had that off day on Tuesday. That was their first off day since before they left for Cincinnati. On that Cincinnati-Chicago road trip in the middle of August. Pitch is down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. So while it was a great thing to have that off day, they are still due a few more. And they're going to get them. Higashioka 1 for 1. Had the RBI double back in the 5th that made it 5-3 at the time. Sinker misses away, goes to 3-0.
It was almost a full month, Lane, without having an off day where the team had to travel.
Yeah.
Because even the day that the Brewers had off before Cincinnati traveled that day prior.
3-0 pitch is a touch outside. That's been a strike for a good chunk of the day, but it wasn't this time. So Higashioka walks. He's at first with 2 outs, and now Jake Berger's the batter. Yeah, that's a good point. It might not seem like a lot, but that is a consideration. I mean, you still have to get packed, get on the plane, travel, check into the hotel. So it's not a total just decompressed day. First pitch to Berger, misses low. It's 1-0. Berger's 0 for 3. He's hit it on the ground all 3 times he's come to the plate tonight. 1-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. And those off days, probably one of the reasons why you have Chad Patrick making the start tonight, give you a chance to even push guys back a little bit further. 1-1. And a check swing. They'll appeal to first. He went, says Lance Barrett. On a sweeper away, 1-2. Because by putting Patrick into the rotation tonight, Freddie Peralta backed up a day, and then Quinn Priester, it would have been technically his day tomorrow to go. 1-2 is a called third strike with a fastball on the outside edge. And Grant Anderson gets an ortho ASAP strikeout and is through the 7th inning. We go to the 8th inning. It's a 5-3 Rangers.
Shohei Ohtani doesn't make any sense. A hitter that pitches and steals bases. No way. A living legend who's this humble? No way. Ohtani isn't a one-way player or a two-way player. He's a no-way player.
I'm going to go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some...
Crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
We wanted to introduce something new. And then working in some of our past and what the past can look like in the future. I think our players absolutely love it, and our fans, we think they'll learn to love it, especially if you can win in it. You know, that kind of solves everything.
Don't miss the Brewers annual Fan Appreciation Day presented by Toyota on Saturday, September 27th. Celebrate your Brewers fandom with giveaways and surprises all game long. Get your seats today at brewers.com/tickets. Phil Maton takes over on the mound for the Rangers. This will be the fourth time the Brewers have faced him this year. First time in a Rangers uniform. It is 5-3 Texas as we go to the 8th. And here's Jeff Levering.
All right, thanks, Lane. The Brewers have had some success against Phil Maton in the past. Going to try and do it again. Down by 2. 55th overall appearance for Maton. First one to Sal Frelick is in tight for ball 1. Not a hard thrower. Gave up a run on Sunday in the 7th inning, but picked up a win against Houston. Bottom portion in the order for the Brewers as Frelick takes high. And it's a 2-ball, no strike count. Today's 8th inning brought to you by the Wisconsin Laborers District Council. Earn great union wages and benefits. Building Wisconsin's infrastructure. Learn more at liunawisconsin.org and feel the power. 2-0 to Sal. Is a strike. Right down the middle. 90-mile-an-hour sinker. Frelick, Vaughn, and Collins, the scheduled hitters for the Brewers. 2-1. Frelick swings and fouls it into the glove of Heim. Curveball, 2 balls and 2 strikes on Sal Frelick, who's 0 for 3 today. He's popped up twice and hit into a fielder's choice. Is 0 for 6 in the series. 2-2 coming back. Swing and a miss again at a curveball. Maton struck him out. Got ahead 2-0, and then Maton came back and got him. Tobias Myers loosening in the Brewers bullpen. After a scoreless inning from Grant Anderson. Andrew Vaughn a base hit in 3 tries. 5-3 Texas. Brewers out hitting the Rangers again. Vaughn a line drive caught. Second baseman right there. And today is an Adam ball game. Everything the Brewers have hit has been right at them. Nothing you can do about it. And grab your bat, try and do it again. Brewers out hit the Rangers last night despite losing 5-0. The Brewers out hit Texas. The difference is that Texas is hitting the ball with some authority. Here's the pitch to Collins, and he takes it outside for ball 1. Hellman's hit 2 home runs in the last 2 games. In the span of 4 hitters, the Rangers hit for the cycle in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch to Collins. Swing and a miss. Sweeper on the inner part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that was after the Brewers had taken the lead in the top of the 5th inning. Myers and Koenig joins him now. Collins takes outside. 2 balls and a strike on Isaac Collins. A tough luck 0 for 3 tonight. Scalded a couple of baseballs right at Berger at first base. 2-1 is a strike on the outside corner with a cutter. 2-2. Maton from the first base side of the rubber throws home. Collins hits it foul off his front foot through a curveball. Maton digs in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Delivery to Collins. Hit off the end of the bat right to Maton. He fields, flips to first base. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Phil Maton in the 8th. Bottom of the 8th on the way. It's 5-3 Texas on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Analyzing the... Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Tobias Myers takes over on the mound for the Brewers. He'll face Josh Young, Alejandro Osuna, and Cody Freeman. 5, 6, and 7 in the Rangers order. Myers throws his first one to Young, gets a swing and a miss with a cut fastball. 0-1. 24,531 our attendance today. Here's the pitch, and it is a strike, and it's 0-2. I said 531. It's 581. I'm sorry, I assured you 50 people. That 50-person group was really a big difference tonight. This one is low. It's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. They're up there.
Yeah, they're tucked up there in that corner. You couldn't see them.
Yeah, you're right. I missed the count. 1-ball, 2 strikes. Pitch to Young. It is fouled off his front foot. Ken's trying to tell me that he had 24,551 in our guess the attendance pool, which we never officially took anyway. So he would have been under for 31. 81 makes him over. He's always a winner in our book. Young fouls it away. Stays a ball and 2 strikes. Tough to do the attendance game on the road when you don't have a real good feel for, first of all, the full capacity, right? First and foremost, and what it looks like. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out at a high fastball. Young strikes out for a 3rd straight time. Ortho ASAP strikeout for Tobias Myers. Alejandro Osuna is the batter. I'm not sure I would have guessed 24,000 if I was just eyeballing it.
I think I would have had a little less than that, probably.
Sean Armstrong is loosening in the Rangers pen for the 9th inning. First pitch strike on Osuna.
I like this ballpark more when you're at field level.
Yeah. Up here, not so much. Pitch to Osuna is a fly ball into right. 2 steps in for Sal Frelick. He makes the catch. 2 away.
I think that it's It's a thing that I have where new ballparks, it just takes me a while. Like, I was that way with Atlanta. The first time we went to Atlanta, I was kind of like, eh. And the more we go there, the more I've grown to really like that ballpark. There's a lot about this ballpark I like. I think, yeah, the broadcast position, which has nothing to do with the fans, really. And it's a great booth, but I feel like we're in the rafters a little bit.
Because we are.
Yeah, so you kind of feel removed from the game a little bit.
Cody Freeman's the hitter. Myers throws to Freeman, and he's got a ball low. 1 ball, no strikes. I think I like this ballpark a lot better with the roof open.
Absolutely.
Last time we were here, the roof was closed the entire time. I understand why, because it was scorching hot. August of 23. There's a strike at the knees. Ball and strike, but this place is great with the roof open.
It feels big.
It is. It is a big ballpark. It's in the dirt and took a chunk out of Contreras behind the plate. Slider from Tobias Myers. At least that's what they said it was. All I know is it almost hit the grass in front of home plate, or turf, as it will. I know Alfonso Marquez appreciated the effort from William Contreras, because that would have hit Marquez in a sensitive place if Contreras just bailed on it. Instead, Contreras wore it right off of his right wrist. Ouch. 2-1. Freeman hits it on the ground foul, third base side. There's some little intricacies to this ballpark that are fun.
I like the third deck in left field, how it's split up by the columns.
Yeah. All the retired numbers on those columns. Myers 2-2 pitch. Hit foul. Now, all of the dimensions, by the way, here at Globe Life Field have significance with the ending numbers. 326 down the right field line for Johnny Oates, number 26. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Tobias Myers with a couple of Ks in a scoreless 8th inning. We go to the 9th. Brewers are chasing a couple of runs. It's 5-3 Texas on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Bet he gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
What is it about baseball cards that make them so special? Why do you enjoy doing that?
Well, the biggest thing is I started collecting when I was a kid. O-Pee-Chee was a Canadian hockey league, and then the Canadian football. But I didn't start in the U.S. until I had signed professionally as a ball player. And when I got my first rookie card, and I've got it here with me.
Let's take a peek at that.
1956 with Billy Sorrell.
Sound of baseball. Statewide.
It is up, it is gone!
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
Sean Armstrong is on to try and convert the save for the Texas Rangers. Well-traveled. He's in his 11th big league season. Year number 1 with Texas, his only year with the Rangers. He had 8 saves in his career coming into the season. He's got 7 this year in 10 tries. He'll face Durbin, Monasterio, and now Bowers is in the on-deck circle for the Brewers, and then Terang. 5-3 Rangers. Here's the pitch to Durbin. It's down and away for ball 1. Baseball's headed down to the home stretch. Time for tailgate triple play. Usinger's Brats, Pine River Cheese Spread, Cedar Crest Ice Cream, Wisconsin's best of the best. Look for Usinger Sausage, Cedar Crest, and Pine River Cheese Spreads at your local grocery store. Durbin takes a strike. 93-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 1-1. Durbin's been on base twice, a walk, a single, and a line out to deep left center. Tying run in the on-deck circle for the Brewers, trying to get a man on base. The pitch. Durbin hits a fly ball to center field. Hellman a couple of steps in. He will make the catch for the first out of the ninth. Jake Bowers will come off the bench and hit for Monasterio. Had a pinch hit opportunity yesterday and singled to right in the 8th inning. Baseball season's better known as Shandy season. Baseball fans, Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy, refreshing Weiss beer, natural lemonade flavor. Leinenkugel's, flavor the moment. Bowers red hot on this road trip, trying to keep the good times rolling and get the beef of the order to the plate in this 9th inning against Armstrong. Right-hander throws home, and Bowers a big cut, fouled it back. Career high in appearances this year for Sean Armstrong. A 62nd appearance for him. He's been a good one for the Rangers. 0-1 pitch. Bowers a fly ball deep into right center field. It's way back there, and it is gone for Bowers. A pinch hit home run for Jake Bowers makes it a 1-run game. 5-4 is the score on Bowers' 7th home run of the season. Clawing back as Bowers is 2 for 2 in the series, and his hot road trip continues. Bryce Terang is the hitter. Another $100 donation to the Hunger Task Force Milwaukee, thanks to Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, making a difference to fight hunger in our community. Here's Terang. First pitch to Bryce. That is a strike. It's 0-1. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference.
8 for 14, 2 home runs, and 7 driven in on this trip now for Bowers.
Tough to keep that bat out of the lineup. Pitch to Bryce. Down and away. You may see Bowers over at first base tomorrow with a right-hander on the mound, the way he's been swinging the bat. We'll see. 5-4 in the 9th. Terang waiting. Armstrong deals. That's hit foul and out of play. A good pitch to hit. It's 1-2. Think about the home run robbery in the 5th inning. Hellman took 2 runs off the board. Brewers ended up scoring 3 runs after the fact. But in the bottom of the 5th inning, Hellman hit the 2-run home run. And then they scored 3 more. It was a big inning. Here's the pitch. Terang fouled it back. Stays at a ball and 2 strikes. The Brewers bullpen has done a fine job. Anderson and Myers, the 7th and 8th, keeping the Rangers at bay and giving the Brewers a chance. 1-2 on Terang. The pitch. Swing and a bouncer foul first base side. Berger's playing on the line. It's either going to be foul or in Berger's glove. The Brewers have Jared Koenig loosening in their pen, as well as Abner Uribe. If they tie it, it would be Koenig. If they take the lead, it would be Uribe. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a fly ball to left. Back is Langford to make the catch. Another line drive hit by Terang, but it finds Langford. And the Brewers are down to their final out. And it's Jackson Churiel, who's doubled twice today in 4 at-bats. Doubled in the 1st, doubled in the 5th. faces Armstrong. Here's the pitch to Churio. Swinging and a foul back. He was trying to tie the game. Armstrong sets up shop, his 0-1. Churio swinging and a miss to the sweeper, and it's 0-2 on Jackson Churio. Now the Brewers are down to their final strike. Two strikes to nothing. Armstrong at the belt. He kicks and throws. Misses down and away with a fastball at 95. A ball and 2 strikes on Jackson Churio. 5-4 Rangers in the top of the 9th inning. Churio trying to keep this game alive for Yelich, who's on deck. 1-2 pitch. Line drive left field. He'll do it. It's a base hit for Jackson Churio. He's 3 for 5 in the game, and Christian Yelich strides to the plate with the tying run on base. The Brewers are hitting some balls hard in this inning against Armstrong. That was 106 off the bat. And Armstrong's lucky that ball stayed in the ballpark.
And Jackson almost seemed disappointed with the single. I think he thought that's when I should launch.
Churio takes his lead from first pitch to Yelich. Line drive center field. Hellman is right there and makes the catch. Another Adam ball. Yelich hit it hard, but right at Hellman, and the ball game is over. Well, the Brewers got the tying run on base, but fall to run short. 5-4 the final. The Rangers taking the first 2 games in the series in Texas. We'll be back, have the final totals for you when we return to Globe Life Field on the Brewers Radio Network.
The Midwest's best baseball players have one thing in common: GRB Academy. For 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement, producing over 468 college commits and 27 major league draft picks. Their Windsor facility has 52,000 square feet of elite baseball training space. Next up to bat is GRB's top prospect camp on Sunday, October 12th, open to the high school classes of 2026 through 2029. Claim your spot now at grbacademy.com.
For over 40 years, the Boucher Automotive Group is proud to have served Wisconsin with dedication and heart, one customer at a time. But we knew we could do even more.
In the last 5 years, we've expanded across the state, adding new locations, new brands, and new ways to better serve you.
At Boucher, growth isn't always about being bigger. It's about being better. Better selection, better service, better experiences.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Well, this is the most famous jersey in baseball, right? The Yankee pinstripes, the interlocking NY, and the Midnight Navy. I was a Yankee fan growing up my whole life, die hard, and became a free agent after 7 years with the Rockies, and I wanted to be a Yankee so bad. Putting this jersey on for a headshot for the first time, it felt different than any other shirt I'd ever put on in my career.
for the Rangers. 5 runs on just 7 hits, no errors. They left 5. The Brewers 4 runs on 11.
Sometimes your calling doesn't shout. It hums. Like a lullaby floating through a warm night in San Pedro. Before he could walk, El Niño had already taken his first step toward greatness. For Fernando Tatis Jr., baseball wasn't just in the house because Papa was a pro pelotero. It hung over his cradle like a promise. Desde la cuna, El Niño ya tenía swing.
From about 1905 to 1925 or so, teams actually issued cardigans as part of their team uniform. In that era, knitwear was actually having a heyday in sports. Think of ski sweaters or Argyle sweater vests on the Gulf Green. And baseball decided to jump on the bandwagon and create cardigans.
A snack that Freddie cannot resist.
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yep.
Is that because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed the cooler full of mangoes?
Nah, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah,
Let's go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
Of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
In baseball, they call the last 2 months of the season crunch time.
You've proven you're good enough to be here, but are you good enough to win? Hi, this is Robin Yount. In the sausage business, Usingers knows they're as good as it gets, but they take nothing for granted. They want each link they make to be the best one they've ever made. That commitment to a goal is what makes them a winner. Good isn't good enough. They strive for great. Let's keep winning, and Usingers will keep making sausage. Usingers in baseball, it's just not summer without them.
Brewers fans, with Us Mode from US Cellular, you can keep your eye on the ball, not on your screen. Whether you're inside the stadium, tailgating in the lots, or listening to the game at home, US Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow Brewers fans. That means at game time, you should do less scrolling and more cheering. So eliminate distractions and build connections by setting your phone to Us Mode. Because game day is for cheering on the Brew Crew with your crew. US Cellular, built for us.
Dear baseball fans, swing into action with Toyota's 2025 lineup. Leading off, the RAV4, a utility all-star that delivers in the clutch. On deck, the spacious Grand Highlander, followed by the fuel-savvy Corolla. Next up, our slugger Tacoma, bringing every at-bat. And rounding out the lineup, the playmaking all-hybrid Camry. For more, visit Toyota.com or your local dealer. Toyota, let's go places.
Time to wrap things up from Arlington, but first we need a player of the game, Lane.
Kind of random here, but I think the Brewers have probably seen like a historical 5th inning on back-to-back nights. I'm not sure anybody's ever done what Michael Hellman's done in the 5th inning in these last 2 nights. The grand slam in the 5th inning last night, home run robbery tonight, 2-run home run tonight. Michael Hellman, he gets it again.
Our Mayo guy.
Yeah, the Duke.
The Duke. Wasting no time. Let's hope he doesn't hit in the 5th inning tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's the hope. Smart 18 player of the game, whether you're just starting out or looking to level up your career, Smart 18 offers apprenticeships, continuing education, and strong support network. Visit smart18.org and see how far your skills can take you. The Brewers will try and salvage a game in this series. Tomorrow, they'll give the baseball to their ace, Freddie Peralta. On deck show, built by Menards. We'll get underway at 1 o'clock, 1:35, your first pitch. Told you Freddie Peralta starts for the Brewers. Merrill Kelly, former Arizona Diamondback, gets the call for the Texas Rangers. Stick around for the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Lane's got that coming up in a matter of moments. So for Kent Sommerfeld, for Lane Grindle, I'm Jeff Levering saying good night from Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. Again, your final score: the Rangers edge the Brewers tonight by a final of 5-4. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everybody. This has been a presentation of the Brewers Radio Network.
This summer, your wishes take center stage at WishFest at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all summer for over $1 million in prizes and earn entries into the WishFest prize drawings on Friday, September 26th. Your entries from July, August, and September all count. Plus, 5 lucky winners will have their ultimate wish granted. Wish big, win big. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
Save big money on all of your outdoor projects at Menards. Whether you're installing a patio, walkway, or building a retaining wall, Menards has the largest in-stock selection of beautiful concrete landscape block at the best prices. Plus, our free, easy-to-use design program helps you bring your ideas to life. Visit us in-store or on Menards.com to see our full selection of landscape blocks and get your outdoor project started today.
Save big money at Menards.
How was school, Kellen?
Oh, it was okay. I'm kind of missing summer vacation, though. Yeah, we could use a break.
Seriously, you just started.
It takes a while to adjust.
Here's an idea. Would some grasshopper pie ice cream from Cedar Crest do the trick?
What's in it?
Cool mint ice cream with a chocolate marshmallow swirl and chocolate cookie crunch.
I'm in, Mom. Yeah, me too.
Good. It's a new Cedar Crest flavor, and you know I love chocolate.
Look for Cedar Crest at your local grocer or ice cream parlor.
And we welcome you into the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. 5-4 the final. The Rangers over the Brewers. They've taken the first 2 games of this series here in Texas. Before we continue, 10 seconds for station ID. You're listening to the Brewers Radio Network. Now, the Brewers are back home on Friday against the Cardinals. It'll be brought to you by Visit Milwaukee. Make it a double play in Milwaukee. Catch a Brewers game. Then you can check out the Tacos and Tequila Festival on Saturday. That's the 13th. Learn more at visitmilwaukee.org. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class. Let's jump into the scores around the rest of baseball tonight. We'll start with everything that's a final. The Rays winners over the White Sox by the same score as our game tonight, 5-4 over Chicago. Cubs winners in Atlanta 6-1, so the Cubs back to 6.5 back of the Crew with now 17 games remaining for the Brewers. It was Toronto coming from behind. They were getting no hit through 6 in that one, but they win it 4-3 in 10 innings.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
You'll never miss a game on the home of the Brewers.
We would never do such a thing on the television side. Yeah, right.
620 WTMJ.
Back with you from Globe Life Field here in Arlington, Texas on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. 5-4 the final. Rangers over the Brewers tonight. Let's jump into the other scores around the rest of baseball that are in progress. Cincinnati and the Padres are tied at 2 in San Diego in the top of the 6th inning. Angels leading the Twins 5-0 in the bottom of the 5th in Anaheim. In Seattle, the Mariners lead the Cardinals 5-3 in the top of the 5th. Giants with a 4-2 lead over the Diamondbacks in the top of the 5th inning. And the Dodgers lead the Rockies 4-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Meanwhile, in Sacramento, the Red Sox leading the A's 5-0 in the bottom of the 4th. So we'll see if the clinching scenarios change at all for the Brewers. Tonight they needed a Brewers win, a Reds loss, a Giants loss, and a Dodgers loss. We'll see what happens in those 3 games and how that impacts what would bring tomorrow's clinching scenario for the Brewers. We know a win would certainly be necessary, we think, in order to clinch tomorrow for postseason play for the Brewers. Time for a home run distance recap, and the Jake Bauers home run in the 9th inning traveled 443 feet. Home run distance brought to you by SVA, celebrating 50 years of serving people better by providing clients with measurable results. And for every Milwaukee home run, Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin donates $100 to Hunger Task Force Milwaukee. And so far this season, OAW has donated $15,500 for the 155 home runs to Hunger Task Force, Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. Highlights of this one when we return on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show on the Brewers Radio Network.
For the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Sean Brenda. 2 people are in the hospital after crashing into a garbage truck Monday night in Walworth County. And Milwaukee County Executive David Crowley throws his hat into the ring as a Democratic candidate for the Wisconsin gubernatorial race.
Meet Aaron Judge. Aaron is the captain of the New York Yankees. What a great leader. He's won MVP 2 times. He's also the most dangerous man on the planet with a bat in his hands. Aaron signs every autograph and tattoos every baseball. Aaron foots the bill. Then robs you blind. Aaron's a good guy, the best. Unless you're a picture.
Talk to me.
This is called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun.
Yes.
2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha.
Amazing.
And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bock beer.
Pick it up like a burger.
Pick it up like a burger and you just go in, man.
Let's go to town.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had.